Hey guys, we have an exciting event in May that I want to talk to you about. My father, Chris Bledsoe, will be the keynote guest at the Contact Modalities Expo at the Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin. From May 2nd to May 4th, come check out the Premier Consciousness Symposium in the Midwest. There will be a VIP lunch, a skywatch, weather permitting, on Friday. On Saturday afternoon, Dad will be interviewed live on stage by Jimmy Church in a fireside-style chat. And on Sunday night, there's going to be a cocktail party with a live DJ and a live panel. Throughout the weekend, there will be 3 conference rooms running simultaneously with some really cool presenters with amazing topics such as breath work, sound and resonance therapy, remote viewing, seeing in real time without eyes, CE5, dowsing rods, cryptids, spirits, mediumship, seances, astral travel, energy work, manipulation, Knights Templar and the Keepers of the Knowledge, the ET connection, divine feminine, frequency work via crystal skulls and biofield tuning, plant medicine, ayahuasca, channeling, quantum hypnosis, sacred geometry, and so much more. Get your tickets and more information at contactmodalitiesxpo.com and come hang with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, why did I bring it in?
I was vibing with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on down. Sunday. It's Saturday, but we have a very special episode for you today. Seriously, a very special
powerful episode
that we have been excited about doing for almost a year.
Almost a year.
A year.
Yeah. I want to give do you mind if I give a little?
Go, please.
I just wanted to give a brief debrief because I know that
Brief debrief.
for a fact, Paul's going to probably be doing 80 to 90% of the talking because his story is so long. It's incredible. It's powerful. I just want to say that I have sat with this man and his son in a restaurant for 4 hours one day and straight and heard part of his story, and it's very heavy. It's very real. And this man has been to the depths of hell, has been to the very bottom, and was redeemed by what I can only say is God or the light or the angels. And I just want to say that listen to this story with an open mind. It's very true. Listen all the way to the end. And I believe that within this story contains the notion that no matter how rough your life gets, no matter what you've been through and how far down to the depths of hell you've gone, it's never too late to be redeemed and used for a beautiful purpose. So
Beautifully
and
put.
I hope that's okay for me to say.
Beautifully
pretty
put.
good.
But
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And I want to do
I
this.
like that. Thank you.
I want to. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I want to do this now because I know that I'll forget. We got you guys just a little gift. We don't carry that much physical stuff, but this is for you and your son, so there's 2 of each.
Thank you.
For the Pauls.
For the Pauls. I'm having the weirdest deja vu right now.
We have Paul Oglesby, right?
Yep.
Senior and junior. Show him on the camera real quick. In the studio today. We're really stoked. We met at the Azalea Festival 2024. What? Let's see. April?
Yeah. I think it was like April 6th or 7th.
April. And yeah, dude, you gave us like a brief rundown of your story, and it was immediately like, let's see about me and Alex were plotting from the beginning.
Yeah.
We were plotting like, listen, there's this guy. We gotta have him on the show. We absolutely have to. And like, I knew from the beginning, even hearing like a small little slice, I was like, this guy is completely genuine. There were so many there were so many similarities to the Bledsoe story, and it was just like profound, really seriously profound. Hit me in the heart immediately, and I was like, I just had this overwhelming feeling. If I can be any small part of helping this family tell their story, like that's a huge blessing.
But see, the thing is, I was late to that festival and I didn't show up till Sunday, so I didn't really have the opportunity to hear much of this story.
Yeah.
You know, and I was too busy and didn't have the time to like hear it out. And lo and behold, Riverfest comes around. You guys come back, and so many strange moments and synchronicities were happening between me and Junior that it just hit me like a lightning bolt. Like, okay, I really have to hear this story.
Yeah.
And here we are. So welcome to the show, Paul.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you
Paul's
for
in
having
the
me.
building. We're very happy to have you, man. So obviously, like the majority of this episode is we want to hear Paul's story. It's an incredible story. So like we're gonna let you take it.
All right, before I start the story,
Yeah.
let me tell you the new story that happened since we got back from Riverfest in October.
Okay, cool.
Okay? To start, ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's get it.
So the day we get back, we take the airplane back to Miami. We in my mom's room telling her what a good time we had. We showing her the videos. And he sees I guess a post you made from a concert or something where you saw some orbs in there.
Yeah.
And while we're telling my mom about the trip, you posted that. And you go, oh, look what Ryan just posted. And so I just got the feeling like we need to go outside and look up in the sky right now.
Oh,
right when he posted it. We walk out back. We look up. 10 seconds goes by. He sees a small orb coming by. Goes, oh, look, there's one. We look up. I'm looking at the orb. He pointed out. I find it. And the second I see it, 200 feet away from us, an orb flashes bright 3 times. Boom, boom, boom.
Like sort of ground level?
We're looking up in the sky. This thing was 200 feet above us.
Whoa.
Like right above us, flashed 3 times. Like, I see you, you're home. And me and him grabbed each other, started jumping up for joy. Like, they followed us home.
Whoa.
Yes, they
Second
did.
we went outside, look up, bam, blink. So that was amazing.
Wow.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
Then,
I hadn't heard about that yet. I didn't know that happened.
so then I'm inside. I'm like, I'm already been having ramped up experiences since we met you back in April.
Yeah.
With the orbs and all that. And then after that, after we see that thing blink, I was like, I've had all these experiences. I never seen a being in front of my eyes, right?
Oh, Lord.
So I started praying. Let me see a being. I've been through, I'm up to the level where I should be able to see a being now. I pray for it, to see a being. I go to sleep. The next day, I'm in the kitchen. And in my kitchen, you can see the living room right here, and then there's a hallway. My dad is sitting in the living room, but from where he's sitting, you can't see down the hallway. And on the side of my eye, bro, a black being. I haven't told you this.
What? Like a humanoid? Like
a being. He's
looked like a dude.
standing like this, all the way almost to the top of the roof.
Was it shadowy? That's why
Black
it was black?
shadow.
Kind of like
standing.
cloaked.
And the second I see out the corner of my eye, I forget I prayed for it. And I feel like I'm standing next to a bear or a shark or something, right? And I get so scared and I start turning my head slowly. And the closer my eyes get to it, the better I can see it. And I'm getting scared and scared as I look over. And the second I lock eyes on it, it disappears.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then what went through my mind, you had just done an episode where you had said, I really truly believe life is more like Stranger Things, right? And he had just made me watch season 4 of Stranger Things with that black being.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So that went through my mind. I'm like, oh no, I just seen that thing. So then he come over and I can't even tell him. And then I'm like feeling like the girl from Stranger Things. Oh my God, it really is Stranger Things. And I'm like, why I went through all this and now this black thing gonna kill me in the middle of the night. And I can't even tell my son or else I'm gonna scare him. So then that night I started praying like, please don't take this black demon from Stranger Things out of here, you know? And I go to sleep. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and somebody tell me go outside. I just wake up straight from the bed. I walk straight out to the backyard. And I turn around, and an orb appears over my pool.
Wow.
About roof level.
What?
Second it appears, it takes off like a ribbon.
What?
Right towards my roof of my house. 1 foot away from my roof of my house. It flashes, and it leaves behind a ribbon of light. Like, you know the old school light bulbs?
Yeah.
You turn it off and turn it on, you can still see like a ribbon of light.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it left a ribbon of light, paused in the air for like 2 seconds over my house.
No.
And disappeared. And I was like, oh, Jesus, he came and saved me from the thing. And then I still didn't want to tell him about it. I told him about the thing that hit the roof. I told him about that the next day, but I still didn't want to tell him about the black being, right? So I was still scared.
Yeah.
You know? And then like a couple days went by, and then I remembered like, wait, I prayed to see that being.
It wasn't a demon.
It wasn't a demon or
An
nothing.
angel.
I prayed for it. It showed it to me, and I got scared, and it showed me I got you. Good.
Yeah.
So that was pretty freaking awesome.
Wow. When was that? When did that happen?
This happened the week
Right
that we
after
got
After
back.
Riverfest.
Yeah.
Right after Riverfest.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be careful what you pray
and
for.
then
Yeah.
also on top of that, I started walking my dog the same week. I started walking my dog to the park at night because they closed the school, and I take him inside the gate where he can run. And all of a sudden, I'm in the park with my dog by the basketball court. A blue orb turns on 20 feet above my head, does about a 1 foot, and then it goes straight down to the ground. It goes straight into the ground, disappears.
What?
Blue.
If it makes you feel better, that's happened to me before too, but it wasn't blue. It was white. I've seen it go right into the ground.
It did 1 foot that way and then straight down to the ground, disappeared. Oh shit! I call him, tell him I just seen the blue orb going to the ground. Hang up the phone. I'm standing on the basketball court because like in the 50-yard line of the basketball court is a circle. I like lay there and I look up at the stars. I go out to that spot. I let my dog run around.
Yeah.
I go out to that spot. When I look over, there's one big ass tree in the field. I see a shooting star
Right.
that comes in. It's got a 20-foot comet coming off the back of it. 20-foot long comet tail. It goes into the tree.
What?
Into the tree, bro. It wasn't up in the sky. It went into the tree and disappeared.
You know, like shooting stars usually do.
Falls out of a tree.
Right.
Yo.
So, I'm telling my mom all this. My mom looking at me like, you know, they don't know what's going on. And I wake up in the morning for work the next day. I wake up early, like 4:30. I go outside. Boom. This little light. It's just 20 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet. Does U's. It goes straight. It goes down. It goes up. 3 times, 5 times a day. I see it from 4 in the morning till 5 in the morning. I see this every day for like 5 days in a row.
Wow.
I'm telling him about it. When he comes, he can't see it. There's nothing's there. And then one day it tells me, tomorrow, tell your son to come here, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show me to your son. Tell me this to tell him.
In your mind.
I said, in my mind.
Yeah.
Not like in words. It just I said it as it told me to say it to him. You know. I said, RJ, you come tomorrow morning, and it's going to introduce itself to you after 10 minutes. Just come out here, and after 10 minutes. He come over the next morning. I was like, look, you're going to see this thing I've been telling you about. I'm telling you. Standing there, 10 minutes later, right in front of our face. It looks.
In front of your face?
Right in front of our face, 15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
15 feet in the air. We got quarter-acre properties. We're standing in my backyard. It happened over my neighbor's pool, which is maybe 30 feet away over the fence. Right there.
Yeah.
And I look at him, I go, "Hi, let's go to work." And he's like, what do you mean let's go to work, man? just keep looking for this thing. I'm like, no, that's it. It just wanted to say hi and show you that it's real. And we went to work.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And then
Wow.
after that, now he'd been seeing it by himself.
Yeah.
He went to Texas with his girlfriend for Christmas. He took the camera with Christmas. He filmed the sky. He got that orb in front of his camera 20, 30 times. In like 2 days.
You have that footage, Junior? Can you send that to Alex and we make a note of the time and drop it in? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
He got different speeds, different angles, different colors, all kind of things. And then, if that's not enough for you, yesterday we just got back from Riverfest.
More.
We got his cousin, or my cousin's daughter, which is his age. She goes to FSU, Florida State University.
Yeah.
She come down for the holidays for Thanksgiving, I believe. Was it Thanksgiving, RJ? Thanksgiving. And so he already seen the light in the backyard with me. So he telling her, my dad see this light, followed him around, and he introduced me to it. Now I see it too. And I'm telling her, let me come over there and see Skywatch. He's like, nah, let me just tell her, because if we don't see it, and she's going to think we're crazy.
Right.
And I'm sitting in my backyard, and she going over there. I'm sitting in my backyard this day thinking, do I go over there or not? It's not even dark yet. It's getting dark, though.
Yeah.
But it's not dark yet. Orb appears in my backyard, starts ribboning right over my pool, splits into 2 orbs, both about the size of a fist, and they both ribbon about another 20 feet. And it leaves a trail of smoke behind, and the whole trail of smoke and the orbs all disappears at the same time. 40-foot trail, 20 foot of smoke, 20 foot of smoke. Then it splits in 2, then 2 20-foot lines of smoke. All of it's there, and all of it disappears at the same time.
Now, for what it's worth, there was some smoke phenomenon that happened in our backyard one time, but it wasn't something that we were necessarily seeing with our eyes as much as we were getting it on camera. And someone very high up in the CIA, he's the guy that ran the spy program, and he's like read into all this UFO stuff. He's very into the paranormal phenomenon, and he was explaining to us, based on our experiences, he said, what we believe is that when you see this smoke associated with these orbs, that it is evidence of some sort of entity manifestation. So this is for what it's worth. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the CIA thinks. So just interesting.
All right. So, I mean, now it got to that same day. That same day, I have a friend that passed away because of COVID when I was on the street. And it's kind of about when things started getting a little weirder, even though it's been weird my whole life, but that really started getting weird when that happened. And he lives down the street from my mom's house. His dad lives down the street from my mom's house. And since I've been back from the street, I've been wanting to go over there and talk to him, but I just haven't. And after I see the thing split in two, I want to go over there and tell him. Because he even got some videos I could show him and everything, And I say, should I go over there and tell him? Let me know. And a shooting star orb appears, probably like 1,000 feet in the air, but it does a beeline towards his house, like telling me, yeah. So, all right, I walked down the street and told him all about it, Yeah. I mean, should I go that way?
Immediately.
Go that way.
Yeah.
Go that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go.
It was literally directly to where I was asking if I should go that way.
Yeah.
So all of this has happened since Riverfest?
Yeah, all this has happened since Riverfest.
Good God, man. It's ramped up something serious.
It's only been like 3 months.
I know. Yeah.
or something like that. October.
Am I forgetting anything since Riverfest?
That one night in Texas, New Year's Eve, I woke up at about 4:44 in the morning exactly, actually. And how Chris just said that things have been ramping up from about 20 orbs, 30 orbs, now he's seeing about 100 orbs. I sat by myself on New Year's Eve and saw about 100 orbs.
Wow.
Filmed almost all of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, I want to say, like, it's very clear and hopefully now it's clear to those listening that, like, the experiences that are going on with you and your son and around you are very reminiscent of, like, what's happening to us and many people around us. And it begs the question to me, like, is there some sort of greater awakening happening, So if are we caught up on everything post Riverfest?
Well, let me. I think I forgot to finish telling you about the girl from FSU.
Okay.
Right? Did I finish that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so she comes down, and so I see the second orb to go to his house. I walk to his house. I tell him about it. I come back. I call him. I go, RJ, I'm coming over there. We're going to show Haley. Her name is Haley. We're going to show Haley this orb, the shooting storb. We call it the shooting storb.
Like star orb.
Storb.
I like
shooting star and orb mix.
Yeah,
We call it the
I like
shooting
that.
storb.
Got to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. I said, I'm coming. 'Cause he's scared that it's not going to show up.
Yeah,
and then the whole family think we're crazy already,
Right.
So I show up. I walk inside. They're on the couch talking. I cut him off. I say, let's go to the roof right now. Let's go. Come on, Haley. You want to see one? Come on. We go up on the roof. I'm telling her, I said, look, on the whole way over there, I forgot to mention this part. The whole way over there, I'm driving. It's a 10-minute drive. I'm just praying. Please show my cousin this orb so she can tell her friends in college, the young people. I'm giving it every reason in the world why it should show my cousin this itself to my cousin, Yeah. And when I get there, it's telling me, yeah, I got you. When I get there, I say, Haley, come on, 10 minutes on the roof. We get on the roof, put on 2 songs, 5 minutes long each. I tell her, it told me 10 minutes. You're going to see it in 10 minutes. 10 minutes goes by. It's awkward, right? I said, okay, all right. I said, look, sometimes it likes to play a little bit, and it gives you that awkward moment for a little while, just to test you. Maybe call it faith or something,
Yeah.
I said, just keep looking and keep believing. Just keep believing, keep looking. And within 30 seconds of after the 10-minute awkward silence went by, blew. And I told her sometimes they blew. Before that, I told her sometimes they blew. You might see a blue one. And right there, bro. And his girlfriend saw it too. About 100 feet in the sky, a blue orb turns on, shoots directly sideways about 50 to 100 feet, and leaves a lightsaber in the sky. Not a trail of dust, just a blue line in the sky, and disappears.
Whoa, man.
I said, I told you saw. You tell everyone you saw that.
It was blue.
What did she?
And I said, no, look. When I saw it, I looked at it, I go, what color was it? She goes, it was blue. I said, yeah, you saw it. You definitely saw it.
Dude, what was her reaction?
She was jumping for joy. You know, we were on the streets. I'm screaming, thank you, God. I'm telling her, the angels, it's a miracle. You just saw a miracle.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's beautiful.
Wow,
And you know what?
man.
This is why they come to you. This is why.
I just hope everybody that believes in it will be able to see him.
Yeah.
People could just block it out of their mind that maybe it's real. Like my cousin did.
That's
Showed
beautiful.
up for her.
Look, man, let's.
And this girl, we don't ever even talk to, nothing. She just family told her we crazy. He said, we're not crazy. Come down and see.
Yeah.
It happened. One day she came down for her. 10 minutes on the roof, just like he said.
That is awesome, man.
And this blue shooting star that we saw, it wasn't like it was up in the sky. It was out, and we're on the roof, and this thing is completely horizontal in the middle of the sky.
Wow.
No.
So it wasn't way up there
It's
like
like
a
almost
star.
eye level.
Nowhere close.
It's like almost
Yes,
eye level.
yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
God, dude, that's wild.
And this is only within the last 3 months. Okay, now the listener.
That's all before Christmas. That's from October to Christmas.
So that was like a month and a half. Wow, that's a lot of growth very, very quickly. So the listener is already probably like, whoa, they hadn't even heard the craziest
They
stuff.
haven't even heard the story yet. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask again, are we caught up post Riverfest?
Wow.
We're feeling good about that? Because
Yeah.
now we got to go to the beginning.
All right.
Strap in, everybody.
This is a very, very heavy, powerful, true story. And I think it's important for people to hear. Obviously, Nick
Yeah.
and Alex think it's important for people to hear. We're
Absolutely.
very behind you guys and what it is that's happening to you and what it is you're doing. And I gotta say, man, like you and your son remind me of me and my dad. Just the relationship you have, what's happening to you, your attitude, your deep desire to tell this to people and to share it with people. It's very real. We can feel it from you guys.
Definitely.
You know, it's very wholesome.
Yeah. It's heartwarming and inspirational. Like as dark as it is, it ends up in the most heartwarming, inspirational, wholesome place. It's
if I thought
people
of
need to hear it.
Like a title that comes to my mind for your life story, and this is just my, you don't have to run with it. This is just how I see like your life in a very quick flash is like to the depths of hell all the way back and higher. I don't know. I just think from hell and back, like you have seen, the worst that you can see and have come so far past that. And now you're just like this beautiful light in your story. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of the way. Let's just go to the beginning.
That's
man.
not even an analogy. That's literally what happened.
I just think of, from hell and back. Or to hell and back. So let's get into it, man. When did this start for you? Let's go all the way to the beginning.
All right, well, get the microphone.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
get comfortable,
whoa.
man.
All right.
Yeah, mess with it. Get comfortable.
Well, I mean, like the main thing of the story was that everyone thought I just went crazy and got hooked on drugs, became homeless, and turned into a street junkie. And then I just showed up one day back at my house telling them I got a UFO came and picked me up. And my mom's initial reaction was, I hope you're on drugs. Yeah. I hope he's on drugs. If not, he lost his mind. That's what she really thought at first,
She said that to you?
She texted it.
I've seen the message. He has the message. But look, before we
But let's start. You want to start?
yeah, but I just want to say really quickly a shout out to your mom, because if I'm understanding correctly, she flew you out here
Oh yeah,
to
she's
do
a great
this,
mother.
and that's how God works, right? And you guys have come together, and it's a nice little happy ending there. But
Yeah.
so
Shout out to my mother.
yes,
Absolutely.
shout out to your mom. She messaged me and personally told me I'm going to fly them out. Please
That's so
give
awesome.
us notice.
That's so nice.
So
All right, so
the beginning.
let me begin with my background for those that don't know anything about anything. Okay, so I grew up in Miami, Start there.
Yeah, perfect.
I grew up in Miami in the 80s and 90s. My dad was a car washer. He owned his own car wash where he went to people's houses and washed a car. We still own a family business. He was a heroin addict at one point, and he went to prison twice for armed robbery, trying to get money for the drugs.
Yeah.
And got out, got on method, got hooked again, and got on methadone, and he'd been on the methadone clinic and morphine. And my mom, she's crazy too. When he was in jail, she tried to bring him some weed in there to sneak him in weed in the visitation. And she got herself locked up too.
Oh.
A long time ago. Like this is like like in the 70s.
Yeah. That's
But
wild.
they're cool parents, you know.
You got
Yes.
away with words, man.
So I grew up. My dad was like, he was crazy, you know. He wasn't into church. Like we went around, we drove around. Like he made fun of church people, not like that, but like goody two shoes kind of way, you know. Like he was a bad guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's like.
He's a hard guy.
He's a hard guy. Like one time I seen him, when I was a little kid. First time I realized how crazy he was. Somebody got next to him, started honking. I don't know what happened in the car, but they put the middle finger at him. And my dad pulled out a knife and said, "Give me that finger, I'll cut it off." You know?
Damn.
I was like, "Oh my God, my dad is crazy."
Damn.
So I grew up already. Parents were cool. Let me do, you know, they're cool parents. I had to go to church and got to have fun, you know?
Yeah.
I got in trouble early. I guess that's why, maybe. I don't know why. But when I was 7 years old, I broke into my first house.
No.
Just to let you know how I was growing up.
Yeah.
I don't go too back, but 7 years old, we broke into it. Me and my 8-year-old neighbor took a crowbar and broke into my neighbor's house and stole all his baseball cards.
Damn.
It wasn't my idea, but it sounded fun, and I went with it, you know, and I took half the cards too. But look how karma, just to go real quick, how karma worked. 10 years later, my friend's 16 years old. I got my friends in a gang, got his friends from the gang over. I'm not in a gang. He's in a gang, but he got his gang friends over because my parents are out of town, and we all partying, a bunch of people over. And all my baseball cards get stolen.
No.
And by then I had a good collection too. All my
Damn.
baseball cards get stolen by then.
Wow, man.
And then look how karma worked. They go and break into another house, steal a bunch of watches. Like a year later, I tell my friend, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Nothing I can do about it. It's the gang. What you want me to do?" He didn't mean for it to happen because he was my friend. He brought them over, whatever. But then I knew he felt bad because a couple years later, when I was going to FIU, he's like, "Look, we did a house and we got all these watches. I'm gonna give you one because they took all your stuff back in the day." And he gave me the watch. I go and trade it for drugs because I'm dumb back then. Like a week later, he come back saying they got arrested for that and they got caught. And the owner said he'll drop the charges if I give him back the one watch they gave me. They gave me a watch because it was silver. Turned out it was platinum.
Oh.
They kept all the gold ones.
No.
And I sold it. And so because that, he felt bad because they did that. And I took the watch and sold it. They all got locked up for like a year or two.
Oh,
probation.
man.
I tried to get the watch back for him. I didn't want him to go to jail.
Yeah.
But the watch is gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it all worked out like that in the end. They ended up going to jail for that anyway. They could have got out, but
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
nothing to do with anything.
Sure. Yeah.
But
It's still a cool story,
Yeah, it's
though.
context.
Yeah.
How you grew up. Yeah.
and so where were we?
You were 7,
years
8.
old.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing really weird started happening until the first weird thing that happened. I was 14 years old. And all right, I was going to private school. My mom put me in a Catholic school because when I was transitioning to high school and junior high, I had a kid, one of my friend's cousins, sleep over the house. Both of them slept over the house, like a regular sleepover on the weekend. And that same kid was a year ahead of us. He was going to the high school by my house. And on Valentine's Day, or the last day of school, one of the two, he ended up shooting a kid in the back of the school over a girl and killing him on the news. My mom see him like, that's the kid that's sleeping over here a couple months ago. Ooh. She's like, you ain't going to that school because that's your friend. I don't know about all the gangs and she don't know what's what. So she didn't want me to go to that school, so she took me to a private school. So I go to a Catholic school. I've never been to church ever. I've made fun of church people for going to church.
Yeah.
And on top of that, this school's in Spanish. It's Catholic. I don't even speak Spanish, so I don't even understand. Every day we go to church in Spanish, I don't understand it. But I don't even want to get too much involved. Anyways, I play sports. I get injured. I'm in the athletic room, and the director, like the athletic trainers, are the priest. Like the guy that helps you when you get injured.
Yeah.
He's a priest. So he got me in the tub, and he like rubbing my leg, telling me, and he put his hand up my leg and kind of rubbed me, like. And I was 14 years old. I probably looked like I was 10, and I was.
Oh my god!
And right when he does it, the door kick open, and all the football players walk in and start telling him how good of a person he. He'd move his hand right away, right when the door kick open, and he take it out of the water. He says, "Just stay in the water. You'll be good for like 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Damn." I'm feeling weird, like.
Yeah.
And everyone's telling him what a good person he is because they've known him his whole life because they all grew up in the church, and I don't know none of these people. So I'm feeling like real by myself in this place, in this school, So I started smoking weed. That's when I started smoking weed. And right when I started smoking weed is when the first kind of weird thing happens. I fall asleep. I have a dream. It's not too crazy, but it's first thing that says something ain't right here. I fall asleep. I have a dream where I get bit. I don't want to harp too long on it, so I'm going to go through it quick. I have a dream where I get bit in the foot by a Komodo dragon. And when I wake up, when I get bit in my dream, I can feel the poison enter my foot and shoot up my pain and paralyze my leg all real quick. And right when that happens, I wake up and my leg is in pain. I mean, I can't even scream. It's in pain. I'm like, so much pain I can't even scream because I'm just stuck like that. And I look at my foot and I can see each tooth mark a perfect shape on top of my foot.
No. But while you're awake.
While I'm awake.
No. Yeah, like for real.
While I'm awake for real. Underneath my skin, little red dots. Like look like little tiny flea bites, but under the skin. And from where those bites are, down, it's completely numb. No feeling, like it's not even there. And from there up my leg, the most pain I've ever felt. Whoa. And I'm laid there for about 5 minutes, and then I start feeling the pins and needles real bad. And then the pain started going away in my leg, and then I start getting feeling under the bite. And then that starts turning into from numbness to really bad pins and needles. And then that lasts for like another 2 minutes where I still can't scream. And then finally where the pain subsided enough to where I could actually get out of bed, and I was in high school, I go tell my mom the red dots were gone. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Whoa.
And that shit had me thinking like Freddy Krueger real, all of the shit. Like I felt the pain. I woke up and saw the bite,
Wow.
So that was the first thing that was weird, whatever. So then, the reason I told you to think about the preacher was that for later on it makes sense because it really like made me say, forget God.
Yeah.
Forget what the hell.
It's important context.
Priest, the highest priest is doing like, and at that time too, like the Catholics thing was going on in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
With a Catholic thing,
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this church is really bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
So you kind of were beginning to really write God off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already been wrote, never existed, but if I was to, now he really, really bullshit,
Yeah.
And so I started getting in trouble, and I started getting in trouble. I changed schools after that year. My mom let me go to another school, a magnet school, because I get in for art. And she had me start going to church with my aunt. My aunt, I get baptized. I go 3 weeks. I get baptized just to go with the flow. I'm not believing anything. I'm bored there. I'm just showing up because I got to. I get baptized. 2 weeks later, the pastor from the church, my aunt gets drunk and calls the pastor from the church to come over to help her because she get into a fight with her boyfriend, and he ends up getting arrested for sexual assault.
Wow.
On my aunt. Oh. He ends up divorcing his wife. The church closed down for a little while till they get someone new. He leaves the state. And I just don't go back to the church. This man just baptized me, and then that happened.
That happens so often, so much more often than you realize. That's awful.
Can you imagine his perspective too? Like the 2 priests he's ever had are
literally
they're sexual predators.
Yeah.
So that was like, church is done from that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's all a sham. Yeah.
So 15 years old, my mom finds some drugs in my backpack, and she kicked me out the house because she had enough. She's like, I told you not to bring this in the house. Get out of here. I don't care where you go. Walk to your grandma. She lived far. I don't even know how to walk there. She said, I don't care where you go. You can't be here. You got to figure it out. I'm 15, right?
Yeah.
She go to the door. I start walking down the street, and this is the first time I've been kicked out of my house. And my mom's that mad when she closed the door and kicked me out. So in my mind, it's the end of the world at that point, you know? Yeah. I'm not thinking far ahead. I'm thinking, what the heck am I going to do right now, you know? So I have no God in my life, but now I'm by myself for the first time. No parents, no nothing. I'm walking down the street. I'm like, holy shit, I'm a homeless 15-year-old kid. What am I going to do? I start feeling like I need to just see if God is real. I said, this can't be life. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking down the street thinking, this can't be life. And 15 years old, by myself, nighttime, like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. I said, you know what? I know we make fun of God all the time and church people, but what if it's real? Let me just see one time. In my whole life, let me just give it one chance. By myself, forget church. I know church is fake, but maybe God is still real, you know? And I just mustered up like consciousness, I'm going to do it for real, you know? Inside, I said, I'm going to do this for real. I can't even do it right now. It was different, you know? And I screamed out in the air. I screamed, if you're real, I don't remember exact words. Something like, if you're really real and you're really all powerful, then show me a sign right now. I screamed that. The second I said that, in my head, I hear crack, crack, crack. I look up. I think it's like a lightning going to hit me or something. I look up. There's a tree branch, 50-foot tall tree. A branch just sounded like it was forcefully snapped off the top of it. Like, boom, ripped off of it. Falls, lands 10, 15 feet in front of me. This tree branch must have weighed 50 to 100 pounds. Like, it hit. Boom. Whoa. It stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, what the I said, do it again.
Naturally.
Do it again. I don't know. Is that a coincidence? And nothing happened. Eerie silence. And I was like, man, that was way too much of a coincidence. But wow, the tree, like, wind, whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You try to rationalize it.
Why do you do it again?
Yeah.
And so I walk around the street. I walk around the block to my friend Sean's house. He's like, at that time, he's like 20-something years old. He's like 21. He's the older kid in the neighborhood that does drugs with everybody. He's always drinking outside, chilling. His parents don't give a damn. So I go over there, tell my mom kicked me out, all this shit. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We get drunk, we get high, we chill all night. Till the sun comes up. We's on his front porch. And his house faces east where the sun comes up. His front porch. So when that sun comes up, boom, it's hot instantly. It's just muggy hot. And so we're drinking, smoking, chilling. The sun comes up. Right when the sun cracks over, Sean look at me and goes, oh, I got to go to sleep. I got to go inside. He just walks inside and goes to sleep and leaves me sitting out there. And I was thinking like, damn, he's not going to invite me in or anything. But he's 21 years old and I'm just the kid around the block, you know? So he leave me sitting out front, and then I realized, like, damn, I haven't been thinking about what I'm gonna do. I can't go back home, right? I'm supposed to be kicked out. And getting drunk and high all night kept my mind occupied. I wasn't thinking about nothing, but we were just hanging out, listening to music, having fun. So when he leaves, I'm back by myself. No more beer, no more nothing. I'm like, fuck, no money, nothing. I remember the tree falling last night when God, and I was thinking, damn, that shit felt real. I said, he didn't do it again. I said, well, I'm feeling like, well, now we got like a reset, you know? I said, look, do it one more time. If you do something like that again, I'm going to believe you. I said that to myself, you know? And I stand up. I got in the same mindset as I did. I said, all right, one more time. I'm going to yell to God. Tell him, show me something. I get my mind prepared. Sun coming up. I look up in the sky and I yell basically the same kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Show me another sign if you real right now. I swear to God, the second I said that, I'm looking up in the sky. I'm looking into space. 50 feet in front of me, up in the sky where I'm looking, like I'm looking past it, but right in my line of sight, not like off to the side. I don't know what to say, but 2 birds flew out of a window from heaven.
Yeah.
Just
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Nothing. Just 2 birds came out of an empty fucking thing, bro. Just empty.
What the?
2 birds appear, and these birds are white doves, and they come out of this nothing. They just come out right in front of me, right up in the air, and these things are flying. Gliding. I can see them looking at each other's faces as they're twirling in the sky. And I don't know if it's the fog or the humidity from being so early in the morning and humidity in Miami, but as they flying through the air, I can see pixie dust coming off their wings. I don't know if it's the humidity that they're flying through or what, but it's just like looks like magic.
Whoa.
And in my head is going,
Yo, you know when we first met, there were doves swirling around each other, flying around and chasing each other, right? You know that, right?
At the Azalea Festival?
Yes.
And there was a hawk too, I heard.
Yes.
And orbs
I
around the
literally
hawk.
saw 2 doves. Well, a bunch of us saw it.
Yeah.
Flying around.
I
and
saw,
just
I saw
like
pictures.
And I was like, whoa, that's peculiar. I was, in my head, I'm like, that's not necessarily paranormal, but it's beautiful. But now, almost a year later, it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. Like,
Were they glowing, Paul?
man.
Or did they look normal?
It looked magical. It looked like a cartoon, bro. It looked like Snow White's cartoon, bro.
wow.
It didn't look real.
Yeah.
It didn't look real.
Yeah.
And so what were you feeling when you saw that?
I was thinking, God, this is my sign. These are
Yeah.
2 angels. These aren't birds. These
Yeah.
are 2 angels. Like, birds don't communicate and love each other that much. What the fuck is going on? These things, and they're not even flying away. They're going around me back and forth. And then the house, and I'm just hearing the and I'm just, thank you. I know you're real.
Wow.
Thinking in my head, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this is it. This is my sign. This is just for me. This is right when I just same thing. Just they came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they start going like that. And they start going. This guy lives in the second house on a elbow block. You know.
Yeah.
It curves, automatically curves. There's no 4 corners. It just curves. Mm-hmm. It is on the second house. And they start going to the curb, to the corner. So I walk from the patio to the sidewalk so I can get the last seconds looks at them, you know, as they go around the corner. And I was like, oh my God. Right when they leave the corner, I look up. I'm still here. When I say I hear, I literally.
You really heard it?
Yeah, like my mind was going.
Like a chorus kind of.
Like a thing in my head. Like
Yeah.
I was stuck in power. Like, what the like a thing in my mind was going like, yep, you know?
Whoa.
And I'm just standing there enjoying that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so good. God is real. Everything is going to be good. And as I'm sitting there enjoying the all of a sudden, bam, bam, I hear, I jump to the side. What the fuck? A 16-wheeler, like the front part, you know? The front part of a 16-wheeler, not the whole cab, but the front part of a 16-wheeler blowing the train horn.
Whoa.
Coming around the curve. Boom, scared the piss out of me. And I look over, I see black smoke coming out. He's revving the engine around the curve, you know, and you shift downshift and you turn. Vroom, he does that. Vroom. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know? A black tinted black thing, a black truck, black tin, can't see who's inside. Black smoke coming out the back. And when the car turned the corner, the 2 doves are smashed on the grill. Like one like this and one like that. Like boom. Looking at each other and stretching their wings out for one another. And I told you I went to a magnet school. I got out of the private school, I went to a magnet art school. That same week or two before that, we had just gone over the creation painting
Of with
Creation of Adam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God, when he's got
Where
the finger.
they're holding.
Yeah, like Michelangelo, I think.
and we had just
Yeah.
like studied. We
Paul's
had just studied that painting, and I'm looking at these two doves. One's a little lower, one's a little higher. They're reaching. Their feather tips are like this.
They're looking at each
Wow.
other.
Touching, and I could see blood coming out of their
Oh.
eyes.
No
from the
way.
impact, blood coming down their wings, and time slowing down, and I'm just like, my sign. I'm looking at them. I can see them saying goodbye to each other,
Yeah.
and oh, in my mind, I'm just like,
What the fuck does that mean?
what does this mean?
Yeah.
There's a angel God. What devil around the corner? Like I don't know. So many things went through my mind, and we could probably do a whole episode on what went through my mind, right? But the bottom line is, it scared the hell out of me, and I ran home.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what's going on. I got scared, and I ran home, and that's that story.
Wow. It's been going on since you were young then.
What's the next story?
I didn't realize it started so young for you. See, I haven't heard any of this stuff. I just heard about like the more recent story.
All right. Well, so I go back to school. I finish school. I get into FIU. This is where the next weird thing happens. Out of the blue, weird thing.
This is college. You're
This is called
what? 18, 19,
18
something
years
like
old. I'm sitting outside, smoking and drinking all night with my friends in the dorm, chilling. Sitting, the night ends. I got a girl. I met this girl. Excuse me. I met this girl. I had called her. She said she's gonna come over and hang out with me. So I'm sitting out in the benches of the dorms, waiting for her to get there. And I'm sitting in the bench and I'm looking up at the stars, a little bit high, you know.
Yeah.
But it ain't. I'm sitting there and there's two stars. They look kind of like they're aligned. Like one's there and one's like behind it, like that, you know. And I'm thinking like, man, well, how far are these stars? I'm just thinking like in my head, spaced out, you know, like what's really out there? Do those stars got planets or what's going on? And sitting back like that, and I didn't do anything. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm flying like Superman, like that, like, and I'm going towards the star, like at the speed of light, and I get to it, and it's a planet. I land on a planet. I go aim for the star. As I'm looking at it, I just take off, and I land on a planet, and it's like Earth. It's rocks, and it's dark. There's no sun. I'm like, oh shit, there wasn't a star. There was a planet. This is all going on in my mind, right? I feel the ground. I'm like, holy shit, this is a planet like Earth, but it's deserted. And I look up, and I see the other star, and I go, damn, I wonder if that's a planet too. And as I'm looking at it, boom, I start flying to it. And I get to it real quick, and I land, and it's like 1.5 foot deep of this weird water that's kind of like mercury-ish water, like a bluish mercury mixed with water kind of material. And I land in it, and you can see right through it, kind of. I see there's no animals in it, and I start thinking like, well, nothing could probably live in this kind of liquid, so there's nothing here. And I look up, and I see no more stars. I look back, I see the star I came from, and I see Earth far, and I go, holy shit, I'm far from home. I said, man, I better go back, because I get lost. I'm going to get lost way out here. And right there, I blinked, and I'm back in the chair. And I'm like, what the fuck was that, you know? What the hell was that? It was real. And it was so real. And the girl get there, and the second she get there, I'm like, yo, you're not going to believe what just happened to me. And I started telling her exactly what I just went through. And she looking at me, she's like, man, you're weird. And she jumps on me, and she starts kissing me. You know? We lay down, we kissing and hugging and all that. And I'm like, college is awesome. You know? And
You just traveled to 2 other planets, and you're like way more into kissing this girl right now.
I
You're
mean,
like,
I just went
Can you
to-
blame him?
college is awesome.
I just
no, I
flew to
can't
2
blame you.
planets, came back and got this girl kissing me on my bed. Like, just,
College is awesome.
College is awesome, you know?
It's been a hell of a day.
Is this what everyone goes through?
So she there. I'm just enjoying the moment, and then all of a sudden she jump up off. I'm laying down. She on top like that. She jump up off of me and starts screaming, ah! Like if the most dramatic scream you could think of, someone being attacked.
What?
She jumps back, hits her back against the wall, slides down, lands sideways. She don't care. She's going like, ah, like if someone's attacking her, and she's screaming, and I'm just standing there like, what do I do?
Oh my God.
And about 20 seconds goes by, and she just like, she gets out of it. She's like, oh, where am I? I'm like, whoa. She goes, that was weird. I said, what the hell just happened? You okay? She goes, yeah, I'm okay. I just had a daydream that you started attacking me with a butcher knife.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? I'd never do that. She's like, yeah. She's like, and I wasn't screaming from the pain. I wasn't feeling the pain. I was screaming from being so scared. You were scaring me. That was fear. And I was like, I'll never do that. I'll never do that. She's like, but it kind of made it weird. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So we kind of didn't really keep talking after that. And then, like about a month later, I'm in the dorm, and all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door, and I see a piece of paper slide under the door, and I pick it up, and it's a sonogram picture, and it's the girl telling me, remember that night you was stabbing me in the stomach? Well, that's what you were really doing. and that's him. That's him.
No way.
So this is your mother.
Yeah.
I have to ask. I'm sorry if this is inappropriate. Are you still have a relationship with your mother? Okay.
She remembers this.
Yeah. Wow. So she's told you the story.
Well, she didn't remember till I came back and said, look, all the crazy shit that happened, this is one of the things. And he said, Mom, it happened. She said, oh my God, I forgot about that. And she remembered. Everything happens for a reason, though. Right?
That's true. Exactly. That's exactly right.
I really feel like she felt like my soul entering her. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Weird. That's
yeah.
weird.
No, that is definitely weird. Especially considering he went out of body right before she got there.
Yes.
You know?
That's so wild,
Hey,
dude.
and like for what it's worth, y'all know, I don't know if y'all have met Jack, my sister's husband, because he hasn't been to either of the 2 festivals. But if you've heard his episode, when his grandmother, Gigi, was pregnant with his mother, she had some weird experiences too. Like she saw a light over the house. It was like a UFO, and there was like a flash of light into the room, and it like freaked her out. And then, you know, she was pregnant with his mother. She was already pregnant, but I'm just saying, like, things like that happen, I think. And obviously it's no coincidence, the relationship you guys have, what's going on, your thing with the beings, like it's just too weird to deny, you know?
Yeah. So the next part of my life story isn't really about the phenomenon yet, but like this things happen.
But
you know?
it's relevant. It's
relevant.
all
important
relevant.
information.
It's gonna tie in.
Yeah.
We're gonna tie it in.
Yeah.
So I drop out of school. I mean, I drop out of FIU, and I get a job at a restaurant bussing tables. And I'm working in the restaurant. They hire this cook from like a prison program, work release program. This man named Tony. I'm 18 at the time, maybe 19. He's 36. And I'm the busboy, he's the dishwasher. So he don't really talk to no one but me. I'm the only one that go back to the dishes, all the waiters and everybody and the cooks, you know, the dishwasher and the busser. I'm the only one he pretty much talking to. So I get to know the guy. And he's a cool person, you know? Charisma, all that, he's a cool man. And he telling me his life story about he did a armed robbery and he went to prison for 5 years for it. He learned his lesson and all that. And he's trying to clean his life up and all that. So one day he asked me, after we'd been there for a couple months talking, he said, "Hey, you think you can give me a ride home? My car broke down. I'll give you $5 for gas." All right, I'll give you a ride home after work, you know? So we driving home after work and smoking, drinking, chilling, smoking a blunt, listening to music. And I'm going to get on, it's rush hour traffic, getting on the highway to go to his house. So I'm driving and trying to get into all the cars, bumper to bumper. No one want to let me in. I see one car slip and leave a little space. So I cut him off real quick, you know, because no one else want to let me in. I just cut him off. I guess he didn't like it. So I just cut him off and I didn't think nothing of it. And because he cut him off and then we stopped, you know, because it stopped traffic. So I cut him off and then I stopped right in front of him. And I'm sitting there and I guess he got out of his car. This was a big man. I was just a little kid, 18. I was little. And he come walking up to the window. I hear someone start yelling, "You little effing punk, you cut me off, blah, blah, blah." And I look, this man reaches into the car and grabs me. Big. My friend, the guy I'm taking home, he's also big though, you know? Not as big, but he's big too. And so this guy comes and grabs me and goes to pull me out. And my friend grabbed his arm across and say, "What the?" And he see, that's when he's noticed my friend, 'cause my friend was sitting back real low. He didn't see him at first when he walked up. And when he grabbed him, my friend reached over, grabbed me and him too. And then the guy saw him and got scared. My friend said, "What the fuck?" And the guy saw my friend and looked scary. So the guy let go of me real quick and started running back to his car. My friend jumped out the car, jump over the hood, run, chase that man down to his car. I get out the car to get my boys back. And this guy's in his car. He closing the door. And my friend run up, grab the door, open it. He got two, 4 or 5-year-old kids in the back seat. This man did, right? The one that got out and ran up to my car. He got his 2 sons in the back seat.
Oh, damn.
He probably shouldn't have done that, but he did it.
Yeah.
But so my friend opened the door, grabbed this man bigger than him, but this big man is scared, you know? Mm-hmm. So it don't matter his size. He's looking scared. He's just, and my friend is up on him. He grabbed me, pulled him out. He started, "What the fuck, you motherfucker?" And these kids are in the back seat screaming their heads off because they're watching their dad just get fucking shook, and their dad, you know what I'm saying? Wow. And I'm telling my boy, "Yo, stop the kids, stop, there's kids." And he's like, he throw the guy down. He's like, "Come on, let's go." He let the guy go. He didn't hurt him. He just scared him. He scared the kids real bad. Get back to the car. I'm like, "Damn, you ain't see those kids, bro?" Because he kept going after he saw the kids, you know? And I was like, "Whoa," you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Dang, you see them kids?" He's like, "I'm sorry they had to see that, but something I didn't tell you is the gang that I'm in is called Nietas. It's a Puerto Rican gang, and our gang sign is this, and it means the big finger protect the little finger. The big always protect the little. That's one of our moral codes. Anytime we see somebody bullying someone smaller, we gotta step in, like real,
damn,
you know."
That's dope.
I'm like, all right. So, you know, I take him home. And then when I drop him off, he like, "Maybe next time we could chill more than just you dropping me off. Maybe we could go chill at your crib and hang out sometime like real friends."
Yeah.
Like, I was just giving him a ride home. Now he's trying to be my real friend, but he just did that for me. So what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, all right, no, for sure. Next time we'll go back to my crib, smoke and chill after work, you know? Cause plus I had other people would always come by, like the other waiters. They would come by and smoke, so he would hear. I would have get-togethers, you know, like invite me.
Yeah,
basically, he's saying, you know. And this man he looks like a prisoner, you know. He's all tatted up, demonic tattoos all over him. He's like explaining all his demon tattoos. Like, I just get him in prison so that I got him in prison so I could look scarier, you know. But I don't know, you know. All full of devil tattoos. I don't believe in the devil or God or none of that. So to me, it looked cool. I even let him do me a gothic tattoo because I just thought they looked cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the time, you're not like believing in God or the devil or demons or none of that.
Nothing.
So you're like, whatever, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks tough.
Yeah.
I thought that's all they did it for.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, hold on. What were we talking about? Oh, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, this man come over. We hanging out. I invite him over. He with my friend, my roommate there. Me and my roommate, we sell weed. We party all the time. We got people over. We chill, you know? In Miami, you sell drugs. Most people sell drugs. Like, you got to watch your back at the same time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, like, this man hanging around with us, it's good to have him around.
Yeah.
Kind of for security, just a safe feeling. We selling drugs at apartments, you know? Could have someone like that around. And so he basically started chilling there every day. And then one day he tell me his mom kicked him out of the house and he need a place to stay. If he could give us some money and sleep on the couch. Be like, all right, for a little while. I mean, I didn't want him to, but you know?
Yeah. Felt like you owed him a little bit. Yeah.
I don't want to be like the guy. I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I let him move in the couch. And before long, he basically took over and he running shit. You know what I'm saying? And we doing shit his way. I mean, he teaching us how to steal cars, blow them up, do all kind of cool shit. Not cool. That came out wrong.
Blowing up cars sounds pretty cool to be fair.
It came out wrong, though.
To be
Nah,
fair.
but you really do have a way with words, man.
Yeah.
It came out wrong. At the time, it felt cool. But, so, one day he come and he tell me, he got a lick. A lick is a robbery.
Yeah, it's like a come up. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lick for us. And he started explaining it to me. And it sounds pretty aggressive. And I'm just going to tell you what he told me, man. This is 20 years ago. He said, we live in a 2-story apartment. On the first floor, there's an old man. He's like 60, 70 years old. His name is Andres. And he's just he just drinks and does powder all night long. I don't know what he does for money. He just always got beer and he always got something. He go to Mikasuki. He just parties all the time. And so he found out, I guess, about this place and told Tony about it. So this place is a brothel, I guess you would call it, but not a professional one.
Yeah. Underground.
Yeah.
It was located in an apartment complex in the middle of Kendall, Miami.
It happens in Fayetteville a lot too, sadly.
And the story was that they had this apartment. They had like 6, 7 illegal Spanish ladies from other countries in there doing their thing. And to get in there, you had to have a business card that said something about a mechanic. It was like a mechanic's card. And what you do is you knock on the door, you show the card, and you say the Venezuelan sent me, but in Spanish. You say the Venezolano sent me. And then they open the door. That's the code to get in, basically, what the man told Tony was. And he told him he was dating the lady that was in charge of it. The man downstairs, Andres, told Tony he dating the lady in charge. So he know that they keep money in the closet. He know each person got this much money always. He tells us the whole layout. He tell Tony everything. Tony tell me everything.
Yeah.
And Tony like, look, I already got 2 people from my gang. One gonna drive, one gonna come with the gun. I'm gonna take the lady in the room. All I need is one more person. So when they hold them down, they'll put the tie wraps on their hands and make sure nobody moves. We get everything. And I'm like, I'm like, ain't you go to prison for that? Like, he's like, man, I did this 100 times. I got caught 1 time. We ain't gonna get caught, you know? He's like, I know what I did wrong that time. It won't happen again. Trust me. I promise we ain't not get caught. I said, but you gonna go in there with a gun or someone get hurt? He said, nobody gets hurt. He go, every time we do this, everybody just does what they supposed to and no one gets hurt. They see the gun, they lay it down, no one gets hurt. It happens. Trust me. I've done it 100 times. And I'm drinking, I'm drinking. And I said, yeah. I said, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I said, I'll do it. He asked my other roommate, he said, no. He asked me and I said yes, and I knew not to. I knew it was a bad idea. But I'm drunk and I'm wild, and I've been broken in the house with people in them while they were sleeping, and I've been through all that stuff, and street cred was like a thing that they would teach you about, like
Yeah.
You ain't never did nothing real. You know what I'm saying?
Stripes.
Like, I'm trying to rap back in the day with my friend. Like, you can't be a rapper. You ain't never did nothing real. Like,
Yeah. You got to get your
talking
stripes.
in my head, talking to me. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to be
Yeah.
real gangster.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, literally, I said, yeah. Somebody said, all right, we ready to go. I was like,
roll.
what? I was like,
Yeah.
we going to plan it out for like a couple weeks or something? He's like, no, we ready now. I was like, damn, all right. I started drinking. I was like, oh, no. I started drinking heavy. He's like, yo, slow down on the drinking. Slow down on the drinking. I need you level-headed. I didn't listen. I kept drinking, man. I was nervous, man.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was going to happen. I thought it was one of those things where
Yeah.
you get high and you talk about doing some crazy shit, and then the next day it never happens.
Yeah.
But it happened right there.
Right now.
So, dude, this got everything from Home Depot. They went to Tie Wrap. They got everything. The friends are outside. He's waiting. Call him up. Go, bro. We go over there. Got the mat, the beanies on. Got the gloves on. I got all the tie wraps tucked in. He got the gun. He got this. Throw the product. We go up to the door. Right before we knock on the door, the neighbor, 2 doors right next to each other in apartments, you know? Like 2 here,
Yeah,
2
yeah,
here,
yeah,
2
yeah.
here. It's the door on the right. Door on the left opens up right here about to knock. And this drunk white guy pop his head out. He goes, y'all going in there, huh? Like, he don't know we about to rob, right?
Yeah.
He goes, y'all about to go have some fun. Y'all about to go party, because he knows what's going on next door. He goes, y'all about to go party and have some fun next door, right? And then he looks at me, because my boy's standing by the door. Me and Tony standing kind of behind the wall. So if they look at the people, they can't see us. We kind of on the cut. He look, and then he see me and Tony standing behind the wall with beanies,
Ooh.
black gloves, hiding our arms, like, you know? And he's like, oh, and he realized what's going on. And he slowly just closed the door. And I had my mask up. Tony had his mask up. So I'm thinking,
It's up at that
gig's
point.
up,
Yeah,
right?
it's up.
Let's run.
Yeah.
Voice in my mind. He closed the door. Voice in my mind goes, run.
Yeah.
Now's your chance
Yeah,
to
it's
run.
up.
They'll follow you, run. But then the other voice said, don't be that pussy that ran. Let them run and then be like, he didn't want to do it. Because one of them going to run. Because ain't no way they're going to go in there after this man just...
Fuck, yeah.
Right? So I'm thinking one of them going to be the one to run.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see who take off first.
They didn't.
Boom, this man just started knocking loud. He goes, fuck it, the man with the gun. I never met that man with the gun.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met him was that night. Never come first with him. That's Tony's friend. I don't even think he spoke English. So he just boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh no, there goes my chance. And Tony looked at me, pulled the mask down. Venezolano sent me, door cracks open, boom, kick it up, everybody drop down. We run inside, he run inside first. I just hear plenty of people in there screaming. I'm the last one in. He go in first with the gun, everybody down. Tony goes in next, because he's the big one. And then I go in last, his boy waiting out in the car. And I walk in, I just see people jumping, diving everywhere. I see naked people, half-dressed people, fully dressed people all over the place. They all just start laying down places. Boom. One man try to run around and try to leave the door as I'm the last one coming in. One man tried to sneak around and do with a gun, because there's a lot of people. He tried to leave. Boom, I grab him. And right before I went in, my friend Tony gave me a little stick. He said, just in case. I said, you said no one's going to get her? He said, just in case. So I'm holding it like, this motherfucker got a weapon in my hand now. Wasn't the plan. But the dude go to leave. He's like, make sure no one leave out the front door. Boy's waiting in the back door. Make sure no one go out the back door in the car. He said, you gotta make sure no one leave out the front door and everyone get tied down. So when the dude tried to leave for the door, I jump in front. I put it there. I said, please don't go. This is my job. Please don't do it. Don't make me do this. I didn't want to swing. I don't want to hurt nobody. Please, please, please. And he's looking at me. This man is bigger than me. This man could have ripped my mask off or punched me or done something. I just had a stick, but he's thinking fast. There's a man with a gun behind him too, you know?
Yeah.
So he kind of like, he get patient. He's like, all right, he go in, he's fine. He lay down. He don't give me no more trouble or nothing. He lay down. Everyone down. I put the tie wraps on everybody. Like eight people. Tony take the lady to the back room. I start my job, what I was told to do. Take everybody pockets, everybody jewelry. So I start doing that. Then the man with the gun see me doing that too. I guess he started thinking, because I don't know him, he thinking I'm taking it for myself. I don't know. I guess he didn't trust me. So I guess he had put the gun down, because I didn't see him put the gun down. I just see him going through pockets too. And I'm like, that's my job. And then we're supposed to split it up later.
Yeah.
But I see him doing it too, and I go, I guess it's every man for themselves. I don't know, I'm just thinking fast, you know what I'm saying? It's happening fast. So I just keep grabbing shit, and then all of a sudden I see the one man that would try to leave. I see him, he going like this, he's grabbing, and he's trying to grab something. He's laying on his stomach, and he's trying to grab something with his hand like that, boom. And I'm like, I see him, my job don't let no one move, right?
Yeah.
So I see him doing it, and I'm like, he's grabbing something. It's gotta be a gun. That's my head's telling me. What else would you be grabbing at a moment like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With your hands tied, you're going for a gun, or else you're not doing anything.
Your adrenaline is also crazy at this moment.
This guy looked like, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna, the voice in my mind telling me he's grabbing a gun.
Yep.
And he's gonna kill you. The second he gets his fingers 1 more inch away, he's really close to it. And I can see it, but I don't see no gun, but it's happening so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling him, please, man, please, please, stop moving. Just stop moving. Just stop. And the voice in my head's like, it's either you or him. So I take the stick. And I'm not going to hurt. I don't want to kill him. I'm not there for that, bro. I take it, and I figure I'm going to hurt the hand that's about to grab the gun. I'm just going to hit the hand so he can't grab the gun. The other hand's further away, right? I hit the hand, thinking he's going to stop trying to grab it or whatever. He don't stop. You get the other hand right even further. Now the other hand's trying to grab it, and I'm like, I don't see nothing. He's trying to grab under his body. So I think he's got it in his waist, and now I'm scared to even reach.
Yeah.
I'm scared to even reach down there, you know? Yeah. So I see his other hand moving, and this hand moving. I'm like, boo, please stop, please don't stop. I hit the other hand. And I hit the other hand. Now I'm like, I'm not me no more. Yeah. Now I'm like, I told you, you know, now it's fucking mine. And I turn around, now a lady wiggling. And I'm like, I said nobody move. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck am I becoming here?
Yeah.
I'm yelling at the lady, what are you doing? She don't stop, and I push her back down. I say, stop pumping your back, because she's like moving, you know? I stop. And and I'm like losing my mind, bro. I'm losing the handle on me. I'm like, this is... Right when that happened, my boy come running out the room saying, let's go. And I'm like, thank God, it's over. So we leave, we all leave, everyone run out the door. And we get in the car. Boy go, I left the gun. I said, what you mean you left the gun? You put the gun down? He said, yeah, I put the gun down. So I grabbed the jewelry too. And I'm not even putting together yet that's the gun he was trying to grab. Yeah, I'm not even putting that together yet. I'm thinking he put it on the shelf, on the table. So my never done this kind of things like this crazy. I'll go get it. I'll go back and get it.
Oh my God.
All the way out to the car. I run all the way back to the door. I go open the door, it's locked. So we lock ourselves out. I say, fuck, I'm not gonna knock. So I run back to the car. I say, yo, we locked ourselves out. Let's just go. So we leave. Next day, Tony talked to Andres. We see police we're in the apartment next door. Next day, Tony talked to Andres. And Andres tell him that guy that I hurt his hands bad. He said the person he hit with injured his wrist really bad, but he's not gonna die. And I was like, what do you mean, but he's not gonna die? Like, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Was that a thing that might have happened? You know what I'm saying? That hit me. Bro, like, damn.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna die. I said, oh shit. When he said that, this voice in my head said, and it wasn't me. It was something saying, you better go confess right now. And I said to the voice back, I went, I can't confess because that means I have to snitch on them because they'll know it's them and my boy going to go back to prison. I can't snitch. And then the voice says, well, then you better go to church and confess to a priest. if you're not going to tell the police you did it. And I said, if I tell a priest what just happened, that priest is going to tell the police. I'm not dumb. I'm not going to tell the priest, man. Priest is going to tell the police. And then the voice said, well, then you're going to be very sorry and you're going to pay for that.
Ooh.
And like a threat, like a real threat. And I said, nah, we got away with that. We didn't get caught. Nobody caught us. This is all in my head. This is all in my head. I'm just talking to myself in my head because I feel bad. This ain't God, right? I still ain't God.
Right, yeah.
At that point, I definitely don't want there to be a God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then Andre tell us the boy ain't gonna die. He'll be all right. Tell us the rest or whatever. Not important. And I can't sleep. That night I don't sleep. That next day I'm just drinking and drinking. I can't sleep. And Tony see me like, you know, like, oh shit, this kid's going tweaking out. So Tony's like, let's go to my mom's house so we can get away from the area. Because you can't sleep with the police right there in the apartment next door, you know?
Yeah.
Because he older, he knows what I've been through, I guess. He been through it, you know? So he's like, let's go down to my mom's house in Hialeah, get quiet over there, and stay there for like 24 hours and just chill over there. So we go over to his house in Hialeah, we go into his mom's home cooking. Hi, she said hi to him, like, and I'm like, we walk into his room. His room is perfect. All his stuff is there. She's like doing his laundry for him. And I'm like, you told me you got kicked out of here. He was like, oh, yeah, we just fight, but she still, you know, I still got my room. At that very moment, I realized he made up the whole got kicked out of my house story just to hang out more, you know? Yeah, so I was like, oh, it's already too deep in to care about that at this point, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, whatever. In my mind, I don't even say nothing about it. And I was like, whatever. And he's like, look, sleep on my bed, you know, you need some sleep. I can see your eye, you need to sleep, just rest. I go to sleep in his bed. And this is where it get bad. I wake up, I fall asleep. I wake up to what I believe is him grabbing me by the shoulders, squeezing me on like a pressure point that's paralyzing me. You know what I'm saying? When someone pressure points you, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Well, I wake up to that. I'm like, ah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ah. And I see it's black. The room is black. I'm just figuring he has the lights off or it's nighttime. I don't know. I just woke up to this.
Yeah.
You know? And I look over. I can't really move, but I can kind of see. And I just see these black fingers on me. And I'm thinking like, it's fucking weird, you know what I'm saying? It must be dark, it's happening fast, and I'm scared because it feels like he's attacking me at the same time. You know, and I'm like, is this guy about to kill me so I don't say nothing or something? Is that what's happening right now? He waited for me to fall asleep, you know what I'm saying? And then he lured me here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I feel my body getting shook. Boom, boom. And I'm just like, oh, no, like a rag doll. I'm just like, fuck, this guy's strong. And I'm thinking this guy's gonna fucking rape me or something, you know? Because it's like he's behind me, grabbed me like that, shaking me on the bed. And then I feel the hands squeeze on my shoulders. And when I feel them squeeze, the fingers reach the middle of my stomach, and the finger on the back reaches the middle of my back. So I feel this finger squeeze all the way. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't real. This ain't right. Whoa. These hands are gotta be fucking this long, you know? Yeah. And it's squeezing me so bad that I'm just cutting off my air. And I feel like I'm gonna die. And he's choking me to death. You know what I'm saying? And the second I feel like, oh, this is my last second of life, I'm gonna die right now, I wake up. As he's squeezing, I wake up again, and I'm in the bed, and I'm laying like this.
Normal.
Laying normal, hand on my stomach. And I look up, and Tony's sitting in the chair at the end of the bed at my feet, and he's just sitting in there like this. There's candles lit around him. It's in the dark. He's got the shades down.
Jesus.
And I open my eyes and I see him looking, staring at me. And he's so calm and laid back that I know he didn't just do that, or else he would be like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I could
breathing
tell.
heavy and yeah.
I could tell he was just sitting there, you know? And I open my eyes and I look at him and he goes, "You felt a demon." Oh. As I'm feeling it shaking, I feel like I'm about to die. Right before I wake up, I feel like it literally, what you see in the movie, what's the movie called?
Spawn? Yeah.
Spawn?
Venom.
Oh.
You know how in Venom when he just like seeps through his skin?
Yeah.
As I feel this thing on my back squeezing me right before I wake up and I feel like I'm gonna die, at the same time, I feel like what that would look like enter my back. I just feel all this pressure on my back just weighing me down, and then all the pressure just like inserted into my skin. Like,
Oh my.
And that when I woke up, and I look at him and he goes, "You felt the demon enter you, didn't you?" And this man's covered in Satan tattoos, candles. And I said, "Yeah, I did." In my mind, I just still didn't believe it, though. You know, I figured he saw me having a bad dream.
Yeah.
Just moving around because I just had a bad dream. That was a bad dream because I woke up and I was in the bed.
Yeah.
So it must have been
normal.
a dream.
Yeah. No, it never happened. Yeah.
It must have been a dream.
Right.
And he just said demon because he saw me moving around and he worships Satan and he thinks it's real.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I felt it. But I didn't believe it. So I continued living, you know?
Yeah.
But from that point on, everything's bad, bro. I just got worse. I already was bad. So I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I already was on a bad path, but I didn't get more violent, like doing bad things like that. But what I did was just destroy myself. Like, I just drank, drugs, as much as I could. If somebody tried me, I would fight real quick. I snapped my anger management. Like, I would swing first every time after that. I felt invincible almost. People twice my size come up to me and try me, and I would swing first. It didn't matter. And
do you feel like that demonic encounter thing was, because I remember before you said you heard a voice that said you need to confess, and if you don't, you're going to regret it.
You're going to pay for it.
You think that was the consequence for that?
I think that was probably a lot to do with it.
Wow, man. That's so intense. You're in like your early 30s or late 20s?
Like now? Yeah, this was when I was 18, 19.
Oh.
Have you heard any of this part yet?
No.
Oh, dude.
No.
Strap in.
No.
Where were we?
You felt the demon enter you, and then you said from there it got worse, and you started doing more drugs, more drinking.
Yeah.
Being aggressive, fighting people.
Yeah, getting angry.
Cheating on girl. I have girlfriend, cheat. Didn't matter. Like, I living like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing mattered to me. And, okay. And then 2 years goes by. I'm just in a downward spiral, not too fast, but not too slow. But I'm going down. And wait, there's Disney World first?
I don't know, but there's also the girl.
What girl?
That came over to the apartment with Tony.
No, they're later.
So the Disney World,
I mean, all right. Look, in those 2 years, he's born. He's 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, maybe 2 and 3. Those 2 years, he was 2 and 3. I take him to Disney World, and I end up getting into a fight in Disney World with another dude I threw a beer cup at, and I hit his daughter. He attacked me. We started fighting. I get kicked out of Disney World. We go to Universal Studios. I get kicked out of Universal Studios.
Damn.
With a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, you know, like I can't go nowhere. I'm just bad, you know. I can't control once I start drinking, and I can't not drink. So okay. So then I get this one girlfriend. I'm going out with this girl, Laura, sweet girl. act like I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her. I'm in love with everyone, every girl when I meet them, you know? It's a new relationship, so I'm like in love with her, you know? So, I mean, she ended up giving me her virginity. Like, she locked in with me, you know?
It's special, yeah.
And I turned 21, like 2 weeks after that. And I go to the strip club for my 21st birthday, listen to my friends. I go to the strip club. I cheat on her with a girl in the club. I bring the girl home. That girl leave me. I got to stay with this girl now, right? She's a good girl too, you know? But Valentine's Day, I've been with this girl for 8 months. She break up with me. Now this girl break up with me. So now I'm heartbroken on Valentine's Day. I'm an addict. And I remember I'm drinking. I go to a strip club by myself. I drink. I run out of money. I leave. And I remember thinking about my dad having methadone. I never did that stuff before. But I remember, my dad does methadone, and that's kind of like heroin, I heard. I was like, and I want to get fucked up, and I don't give a fuck because the girl left me on Valentine's Day, you know, 21 years old, broken heart, whatever. So I go to my mom's house in my mom's room where they sleeping and take the methadone bottle, and I drink it. It's 120 or 130 milligrams of methadone. My dad been on methadone for 20 years. It's the highest dose you can give someone in the clinic. But I don't know anything about that. It's just a little bit to me. And I see my dad drink them every day, and he looks fine. So I drink 130 milligrams of methadone, which is lethal for an 18-year-old kid who's never done it.
Yeah, if you don't have any tolerance.
21-year-old kid, my bad.
You're cooked.
21, I was still 130 pounds.
Oof.
And so I drink that bottle, and I don't know you're supposed to wait 15 minutes. I wait 5-10 minutes. I don't feel nothing. I go back in his room and take another bottle out, and I drink it. That's 260 milligrams of methadone.
You shouldn't have survived that.
And I didn't. So I could tell you about the experience of being completely twisted for a little while, but it doesn't really matter. Bottom line is, I'll go back to that kid Sean's house around the block, you know, because I'm fucked up. I'm telling him, like, I'm passing out. I'm tired. We got to go get some, wake me up. And I remember we drove to go get some cocaine to wake me up, but it didn't work. We get there, I did a bump, and I started falling asleep, and I'm telling Sean, I can't stay awake. And I just remember everything turned black. And next thing I know, I'm at the bottom of the ocean, but I'm just a drop of water. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make sense to people. I understand that won't register what I'm trying to say. But I was a drop of water. I was one drop of water. Maybe one molecule. I'm not really sure.
It's symbolic.
But I was just a drop of water. And I was at the bottom of the ocean. And it was peaceful. It was quiet. And I was alive. I was what I was. And I could feel all the other drops of water. I'm bouncing off of them. They're all bouncing me. I'm saying hi to them. They're all like, hey. It's just a nonstop. Hey. You know what I'm saying? It's just nonstop interactions with other drops of water. And it's cool. I think about nothing. There's nothing to think about other than that's what's happening. And I don't know, this just went on, bro. It just went on. And I was enjoying it. And then, I don't know how long it went on for, but I remember being that drop of water and then feeling air hit me. So I remember thinking I'm at the top of the water. You know, I'm like floating on the top, you know, and I could feel the air and I could feel the water under me. I'm still just a water drop, but I can feel air, you know? So I know I'm at the top of the water now. And then I'm just floating there, feeling air and water. Not, you know, there's nothing else to think about other than that's what I am and that's what's happening. And there is no time, it's just happening. And then I start hearing in the distance, I don't know how I could hear as a drop of water, but I could hear waves breaking. Like I just hear crashing in the distance, steady. I just hear it keeps breaking. It was real quiet, and it just along the lines it starts getting louder and louder. Eventually, I feel like days went by, and every day it just got a little louder, and a little louder, and a little louder, and eventually it started getting really loud. And I remember being like, "Oh shit, I'm getting kind of close to the shore. I can hear these waves breaking now, and it's sounding like shh, psh, I hear that, and it's getting louder, and it just starts getting really loud, and I know like, oh shit, I'm about to hit the end.
Yeah.
And I hear this really loud shh, and then I hear the psh, and when I hear the psh, it's the last wave crashing, and it throws me out of the ocean, and I hit the sand. The little water drop hits the sand, and it feels like I just fell out of a building, and boom, and when I feel that, boom, I feel my body. Pain in my body, and I wake up and I'm in the hospital and I'm on life support with those balloons in my lungs.
Oh.
And I can still hear the waves going shh.
Oh. Wow.
But it's the machine.
It's the balloon.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
the balloons
god.
going
That's crazy.
shh.
I didn't expect that.
Oh my god, man.
I wake up and my mom, the doctor, and they telling me, you were dead. You arrived dead on arrival. We shocked you back to life. We don't know how long you were dead for. We don't know if you got brain damage, all that. But I woke up and I stayed on there for like another day on falling in and out. And when I got out, they took the balloons out and all that. My mom's standing there and she goes, did you see the light? And I go, no, it was dark. She was like, uh-oh. Like she was joking, but I really just died and didn't see the light.
Right.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
made you feel something.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm not, the water thing, it was like, I didn't see the light. That's all I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The water thing meant nothing. I'm just a piece of water, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even look at it as something that was like
Symbolic.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, it was a weird dream while I was unconscious or something.
Like a weird dream.
But that's obviously not the truth. It was obviously very symbolic.
I thought it was a weird dream. I didn't know I was actually dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I was experiencing that. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So then after that, I mean, doesn't wake me up. Doesn't make. I'm hearing people with their near-death experiences, how it changed their life, and they wrote books about it. And I'm like, damn, I didn't get one of those kind of near-death experiences. I just died and was water.
That sounds pretty sick.
You know, like I didn't see no God, no angels, or nothing like they say when they die. You know,
Right.
When they come back and all that, wasn't like that. So I was like, damn. Then I started thinking maybe they making all that shit up. So I just continued living like a crazy person, drinking, smoking, selling drugs, doing all that. And a couple years go by, not too many, but a couple years go by, and everything's pretty normal. I'm not, everything's going pretty normal. Not making good choices or anything, but
Right.
I end up, and me and my friend end up saving up some money with the drug game. Oh, that guy Tony, I end up getting away from him. Like that shit started getting too much. You know what I'm saying? Like within a month or two after that, I made up an excuse. I had to move back to my mom's house, and I stood paying rent and got us evicted because it was in my name. So I got away from him, you know. But what was I? What?
You and Rusty started saving money.
Yeah, you said you were saving money up.
Oh
from
yeah,
the
me
drug
and Rusty,
game.
saved up money.
You saved up some money.
And we made a plan to grow weed indoors, you know? Everyone in Miami was doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, we do it. I'm like, I'll sit there and grow the weed, bro. I want to do that, you know? It's the best way, you know? We all win this way.
We all win.
It's a brilliant plan.
So this is where the paranormal activity started.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Started.
Right. I'm about to say, there's been a lot already.
He always says that.
But
This is
where
where
it started. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, man, you're
No, but
funny.
this is where the real paranormal activity started. To where at the time I was like, oh, all the other shit I wrote off.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
This is the first
you
thing I
denied it.
could never write off.
Where it hit you.
Let me just go. So, okay. So I'm sitting we get the weed house, right? We get a grow house, first grow house.
Oh, y'all did it.
Yeah, we did it. We got a grow house. We set up the room. We got the lights, growing the weed. I'm sitting in the house by myself, and I'm watching TV, and I'm by myself in the house. I'm in the living room, and the kitchen is right next to us. You can see the kitchen. There's a little partition, but I can see the kitchen right where I'm at. Can't see the sink because it's right behind the wall from where I'm looking, you know? But I hear a sound that I thought at the time, because the fridge is right next to the sink. So I hear a metal sound hit the sink. My brain goes, a knife or a fork just fell off the fridge and landed in the sink. It was that much force that it hit.
Like it fell.
Yeah, like my mind said, okay, that had to fall from pretty high. It must be the fridge. I had to have fallen from the fridge. It couldn't have fallen from the counter because that would have made a less sound. This was a deep sound, metal hitting metal. So the second it hits, I go, ooh, fucking fridge. This thing hit off the fridge. But then the sound the sound keeps going. Ding, 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 ding. The first dink, I go, something fell off the fridge. Dink.
Yeah.
Then I hear dink, dink. And the second dink, I go, oh, it must have hit the corner of the sink and it flew
Bounced
to the
off.
second corner.
Yeah.
Then I hear ding, ding, ding. The third one, I go, that's a pretty fucking, it's a rounded corner. You know? The rounded corner. It's not a square, so it must have got a perfect way. 3 dinks, you know? Ding, ding, ding. Then I hear ding, 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 ding. And I go, oh, what the fuck? Someone's in there about to kill me.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking at this moment, that's somebody, there's too much energy going around in a circle over and over and over for it to be something that fell.
Yeah, no.
So I don't have a gun. It's my first grow house. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I thought nobody knew about the grow house. So I'm just froze like I'm about to die. Someone's in there playing with my head. And the second I turn the corner, there's going to be a gun pointed at me, obviously.
Yeah.
They're going to empty out my grow house and take everything. Hopefully not kill me. And the ding, ding, ding stops. And I'm just like, oh, no. Oh, no. I'm looking around for some weapon. So I grab
Anything.
something.
Yeah.
There is nothing for me to grab, bro. There's nothing. It's like a shoe. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I just start peeking my head around the corner. Who is it? Maybe hopefully it's one of my friends playing a trick on me.
Yeah.
And there's no one there, bro. What? I walk in the kitchen. There's no one there. I go looking through the cabinets. I'm looking in the fridge. I'm looking everywhere. What the fuck was that?
You never figured out what it was?
I never figured out what that was at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I said, there's a ghost. What I thought in my head at the very moment that it happened was we rented that house in Cutler Ridge, Miami. It's kind of hood. And we rented it from a Haitian lady. I started thinking voodoo. I said, it's a Haitian voodoo.
Yeah.
That Haitian lady. Right? I'm not thinking it's me. I'm thinking it's the house.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously. So nothing like that happens in that house. I tell my friend, like, no one believes me. They think I'm high, tripping, whatever. So we went. I mean, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but like, we end up getting robbed at that grow house. We leave, me and my boy leave to the store for like an hour. We come back, the house is empty.
Damn.
Somebody robbed the grow house.
Oh.
And I'm like, but there wasn't no one here. I'm like, oh, it's fucking with my head, you know? Like,
Was that like soon after the weird
it was
thing?
like a week after.
Oh,
Like
what?
a week, maybe 2 weeks after. It wasn't long after.
Damn.
But we had already cut the plants out, and they didn't. All they took was the lights. So we had our money still. So we got another house. We set up another house. We were more careful about it, not to let anyone know and all that. But whatever. I got a girl over to this house, right? Not really supposed to have girls over these houses, right? But this one, I did it different.
You did it your own way. You did it your own way,
This
man.
one we had to have a girl here. So I got this girl over. We were watching TV. Weeds growing. We just in my bed. I'm on around. We watching TV. Sorry.
No, you're good.
We watching
Bring it to
TV, and a ball of smoke, a ball of mist just starts forming in the corner. A little piece of mist forms in the corner and starts doing a spiral, right? And then the spiral fills up and gets bigger, and then it turns into a perfect ball.
Wow.
There's no like bubble around it. There's no something. It's just a ball of smoke that's keeping shape, perfect shape, and it's spinning in a circle like a basket, like a globe, you know. But it's just smoke. And I'm watching this thing. This all happens quick. It'll happen quick, like in 2 or 3 seconds. It just forms, starts spinning, and then it looked like something flew out of it. Almost like if you would shoot a bullet at a water balloon in slow motion.
Oh, yeah.
Like coming out the back end of
Yeah.
it. Like, you know? Like, but not in slow motion. But like, I see like something break out the bubble of smoke. It's just, I don't see anything come out. I just see like if something would have came out.
Yeah.
Because I see the smoke like go out of this little hole, and then all the smoke comes out of the hole and goes across the top of the TV, and then it all disappears at the same exact time. And I didn't say anything. I go, did you just see that? She goes, the ball of smoke in the corner?
So she saw the exact same
She said
thing.
it first.
Yeah,
I made sure.
You wanted to make sure you didn't say
I'm not
anything.
crazy,
Exactly.
and that she really saw what I saw.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it first. You say it.
Yes.
I said, what?
It's the only way to
I
confirm.
said, you see that? She said, what, the ball of smoke in the corner? I said, yes, the ball of smoke in the corner. We agree there's a ball of smoke in the corner. We just saw it, right? She's like, yeah, and she keep watching TV. And I'm like, what the fuck was it? What do you think it was? She's like, I don't know. She keep watching the TV. And I'm like, I know you don't know, but don't you think we should figure this out? Was it an interdimensional demon angel? What's going on? A ghost? What is that? Something just happened. She's like,
She didn't even care.
I'm bothering her at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, are you not excited about this?
Yeah.
She's just like looking at me like, if I'm crazy, if I did it or something. Then I was like, why is she not reacting to this? Then I start looking at her like, did she do it?
Yeah.
You know? And from that point on, me and her, I mean, before that we would fight a little, but after that, we went crazy.
Really?
I'm not going to blame it on the ball of smoke in the corner of the room.
Right. Yeah.
But it didn't help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't help. And we just drugged out. We would just get fucked up, fight. Nah, man, I didn't know what to do, but I mean, I was going crazy, bro. I was going crazy. I don't know, still demon in me, not knowing
Right,
it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still on a downward spiral, and now I'm taking her down. I'm starting to bring her down with me. We broke up. I moved into this house down the street, renting a room from a friend that renting his grandma's house out. And we rent out a room on the Craigslist ads to a stranger. This man a homeless guy come with his girlfriend, and they rent the room out. They doing drugs and all that. I start doing drugs with them. They move out. Then another guy moves in. This kid Mario, he move in, and he start, you gotta get fucked up, we getting fucked up. He busts out the fentanyl. He said, dope. I never done fentanyl, heroin. I did the methadone, but
Yeah.
I didn't know. And he like, you want to take a bump of this? It's just like Percocets. And I've done Percocets before. So I take a little bump. And, you know, it ain't a drug story, but I get hooked on and taking bumps. I've taken bumps for about a year, sniffing heroin and fentanyl. And I feel like I would stop sometimes for like a half a day and start feeling like that sickness they talk about, the dope sickness. Feel like a little cold or a flu or whatever. So I would be like, it ain't that bad. I kept doing it, you know? I feel it. It ain't that bad. I keep doing it. And then after a year, and the whole time I'm doing it, I'm thinking like, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Train Spotting.
Mm-mm.
Never seen the movie Train Spotting? Well, there's a scene in there where he does heroin, he withdraws, and when he's withdrawing, he hallucinated a dead baby walking on the roof. And I was like,
damn.
that's cool. It was a cool scene,
Yeah.
you know? And when I started doing heroin, I felt the sickness. I'm like, man, that was just a movie. Like, I don't see no dead babies walking on the roof. And I just feel like I got a sickness. I just feel like sick, you know? But then I started, the bumps ain't working no more, so I started shooting up. First time I shoot up, I pass out. I wake up to my friend just slapping the dog shit out of me. Hey, wake up. What the fuck going on? He said, man, you just died. I just had to wake you up. You almost died. And I said, oh, shit, that was the first time I shot it up. And I did it again that night, but while he was watching. And after that, and then I woke up on the floor of my room by myself in the room, like grabbing a towel, wiping the floor. Like, what am I doing? I just woke up like that. I could have been dead. You know, I could have OD'd. I did a shot by myself after I first started shooting up the first day. After that first one when he woke me up, I went in my room by myself, did a shot, passed out on the ground, woke up cleaning the floor. Like,
What?
and I told myself I got to quit. So I just said, I'm going cold turkey, right?
Can't do that.
12 hours go by, the withdrawal kick in. And I guess from shooting it up is way worse. And this is why I realized the movie was real. I started throwing up 12 hours on the dot. I started throwing up. I run out front of my mom's house. I left that house. My mom lived down the street. I said, I got to get away from this guy and get off of the dope. I went and lay down on my mom's couch. I said, I got to stay here for a couple of days. 12 hours go by, I started throwing up. And when I go outside and I'm throwing up, I see shadows. I called them demons at the time. Crawling out of my throat as I'm dry heaving. I'm choking. He think I'm dry heaving. He's crying because he's seeing me throw up withdrawing.
Oh, you were there?
I was like 13.
He's like 13.
Yeah.
He thinks I'm, and my mom, he said, what's wrong with him? My mom goes, he's just dry heaving. But I wasn't dry heaving in my head. In my head, I'm choking on demons. I'm going, and I'm seeing these things put their hands on my mouth and pull themselves out of my mouth, and take off in the air.
I can say that I've never in my life heard something like this, to the point where I was literally like a little kid in my room just bawling, crying, thinking that my dad was going to die or something.
You remember?
It was terrifying.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember perfect.
Bro, and
You don't forget stuff like that, man. You don't forget that.
Wow.
And I would watch these things crawl out of my mouth as I'm dry heaving and then start flying in circles over my head.
Yeah.
And watching, I'm like, oh shit. Now I know why they got that scene from.
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. So then, but I don't get to stop, you know? I withdraw, I feel sick, I don't feel right. I keep doing dope just to feel good at that point, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't go through with it, you know?
Yeah.
So I keep doing dope. And this is where something crazy happened. And me and my girl fighting. I don't get away from her. I go to hotels. I mean, I'm going to hotels. I'm breaking up with her, going to hotels, doing drugs, looking at porn on my phone for 2 days straight, just scrolling through everything, calling every prostitute that's in classified ads. I mean, this girl will come back and catch me when I get back with her, sobered up, and she'll go through my phone and be like, you called 500 prostitutes. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Man. You were down
She's
bad.
like, and they not all girls. I was in there for 3 days. You know, the third day, you know? But, so.
You were down bad.
I was doing bad, bro. I was just, at this point, I'm just getting high, and life is about getting pleasure before you die. Because we're going to die and there's nothing after this.
Yeah.
So what we here, just get whatever. Keep doing drugs. Keep doing it. So I'm in the hotel room and I have been shooting up fentanyl. I didn't know could shoot up cocaine. I learned that day. But then you could just do a little cocaine in the water. It's like speedballs. What? I go to the hotel room. I put up cocaine in the thing. I put 1 gram of cocaine. I put almost 3/4 of the bag. Put a little drop of water, the whole thing disappeared into a little drop. And I go, oh shit, this is gonna be a good shot, you know? It's gonna be strong. So I do the shot. The second I do the shot, I'm expecting to feel a rush, you know? I'm in this hotel room. I'm naked. I'm looking like I'm fucked up. I'm doing the shot. And the second I hit the shot, I feel it hit me. My body just... I fall over on the side of the bed. And I just start convulsing. My body does this.
Like seizing.
Seizing, convulsing. My eyes stuck wide open.
Oh my God.
Like that. And I have no control. I can't talk. I'm just stuck like this, just looking. I can't even move my eyes around. I'm just looking at the door handle. That's the last thing I saw. The last thing I could see. The last thing I'm looking at. There's a light gleaming off the door handle. And I'm just on the bed twitching, thinking in my head, I'm going to OD and I'm going to die right now.
Yeah.
This is it, you know? And everything starts turning black. The room, everything turning black. From the back to the front, my vision, black, 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 all to the door handle. I see the little light on the door handle. That's all that's left. Everything else is pitch black, and I'm still twitching. My eyes are still stuck open. And I'm just staring at that light because it's the last thing in the universe that I can see. It's the last thing that exists. I'm thinking I'm gone. I'm dead. After this light turns off, it's total blackness, and I'm dead. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And I just staring at this light and staring at this light. And all of a sudden I'm in space and I'm twitching, floating in space. And this light is a star and it's far. And I'm just looking at it. I'm floating in space, looking at a star. I'm just like, oh shit, I'm fucked. And as I'm twitching, just looking at the star, it starts coming closer to me and closer and getting brighter and brighter. And I'm thinking, holy shit, what's going on, you know? And as the star gets real bright, it get like as bright as the sun, the moon, like that size, you know, it comes far and it's like that. And it's real bright. And you know how, like, I don't know if it happens to anyone else, but when I look at the sun, like it gets like, if I stare at the sun, it'll get a tint. My eye will like form a tint over the sun if I stare at it long enough. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you see the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
So as I'm staring at this star, it gets so bright that it develops the tint over it, right?
Whoa.
So then it's got like this gray tint to it. And then all of a sudden in the tint, I start seeing a tiny little me, a reflection of me in the tinted star. And it's me naked, just twitching. And I'm staring right at it, and it's looking right back at me. I'm staring at myself. And it starts getting closer and closer and bigger. And it's the size of me. And I'm looking at myself. And now we're both the same size. And I see this big thing. And then...
It's like looking into a mirror.
Like looking into a mirror.
Yeah.
Like the moon is a mirror.
Yeah.
Getting closer and bigger. And then all of a sudden the mirror turns into a pupil that I'm reflecting off of. And around the outside of the sun or whatever it is, the mirror... a blue eye, like the blue iris, a blue iris starts forming. Then a face materializes around it, and there's a fucking face looking at me, and I can see myself reflecting in its eyes. And this face is a man who looks like a white, homeless, demonic man. And he's just looking at me, and all of a sudden his face like that, and I'm twitching, and I'm scared. And he's just, bro, and I could just feel him going, yeah. And he's just staring at me, and I'm just thinking, is this the devil? And you know what I'm saying? This might be the devil. I might be going to hell for all I've done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You got to be thinking at this point, like, I'm dead. I'm definitely dead. Yeah.
I'm dead, and I'm going to hell. And
Right.
This is the devil.
Yeah.
This is hell.
God.
And bro, I just remember it never stopped, bro. He just kept staring and staring, and I couldn't look away. I couldn't move my eye. I'm just staring back at this guy, and I could feel him feeding off my fear, like the exchange of fear and the power gain, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Like, and I can see him getting stronger and fuller off of it, and I'm getting scareder and weaker. It's just, and it keeps going to the point where how much more scared can you get, you know? I shut off. My brain about to shut off, like pass out already. I'm telling myself, just pass out. I can't even pass out. And then it gets so bad, everything kind of blinks out, turn black again, and boom, I'm back in the room. But I'm still twitching. But I'm like, oh, I'm back in the room.
Yeah.
you know, and I'm twitching on the bed still, and I'm looking at the door handle, but I can see my peripherals, not black. I can see the room around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I'm staring at the door handle, I hear like something fall, dunk dunk, and then I hear footsteps, and then I see a lady walking back and forth in front of my bed, and I'm there twitching. I can't look at her face. All I can see is her walking back and forth, and she is Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, you knew.
She got the skin of Egyptian. She black hair. She got the eyes, and she's got Egyptian armor, like a warrior
Like
that you would
golden
see from the old Egyptian times, like golden armor. But it also kind of is sexy, and she's hot.
Yeah.
But I can't see her face, but I know she's hot. Just from like a bit, you know, I can tell, you
The
know.
energy was hot.
You got that
Her
radar.
body, everything, like she looked like Wonder Woman, you know what I'm saying? But like an
Yeah.
Egyptian version of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And she walking back and forth. And I'm twitching in the room, and I'm watching her walk back. I can only see her when she passed by my eyesight because I can't follow her. But I could, you know, the peripherals I could follow her, but I could look right at her when she passes in front of my eyes every time. And all of a sudden, she started telepathically communicating with me. And I'm just there twitching, looking at this lady, thinking in my head, is this an escort, like dressed up all crazy or something? I'm thinking, nah, this is real Egyptian. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is she in my room? My door was locked before I did the shot. Like, what? She worked? Like, nothing's making sense, right? And then she started telling me, hello, can you hear me? In my mind. And I'm like, I'm twitching, you know? So I start thinking. I can think clearly in my head.
Yeah.
Even though I'm twitching, I can't move my body or anything. And I'm like, hello, back? She's like, you can hear me? I said, yeah. Can you hear me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, are you my guardian angel? She goes, something like that, but I'm a interdimensional warrior. But you would consider me like a guardian angel. And I'm twitching. I'm like, okay, that's weird, right? and then she keep walking back and forth, and I can feel her very disappointed. And she started telling me, I can't believe that we're in the middle of a spiritual war, and this is how I find you. And I can't cover my body. I can't take the porn off the TV, nothing, bro. I'm just drugs laid out. I can't do nothing about it. And I'm just embarrassed, but I can't do nothing, you know? And she told me the spiritual warrior. I started thinking, was I supposed to be like some kind of fucking spiritual warrior or something? You know, I'm here doing drugs.
I just thought that too.
You know, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? Like, but I can't do nothing about it.
It's like she knew you from like a past life or something and was
It
like,
was
this is
felt
how
like,
I found
bro,
you?
That's what it felt like.
Really? Yeah. That's kind of what I got.
This is how I find you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, forget all that. I'm like, yo, am I having a heart attack right now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking, you know? I'm like, am I having a heart attack right now? She goes, no. She goes, you're not having a heart attack, but you almost did. She goes, you almost did. She says to me, she goes, I said, was that the devil? I asked her, was that man the devil that I just saw? She goes, that wasn't the devil, but that was a demon. Mm-hmm. And he's attached to your back, and I don't know what you did, but you must have pissed somebody off. And I'm just thinking like, oh, fuck. And then she goes, she goes, I said, am I going to be okay? I asked her, forget all that. I said, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be able to walk again? I think I said, am I going to be able to walk again? She goes, you're going to be fine. The second I leave, you'll be okay. But you need to wake up. And the second she said, you need to wake up, she disappeared. My body stopped twitching. And I was back in the room, normal. She was gone, and you know what I mean?
You started shaking, like, make sure you got control of your body again.
Yeah. And I said, that was a crazy dream.
Crazy dream.
I'm just getting this theme from you that every time these things happen, you're like, well.
You're like, well, do it again.
Yeah, but that's a powerful lesson. Knowing how it ends.
Right.
You know, which they don't know yet, but knowing how it ends, that's a powerful lesson.
Okay, so after that, I'm in and out of rehabs, right? Even I know I got to be in rehabs at this point. I'm like trying, but not really. But I give it a try because I know like this is getting bad. And I'm listening to all the people in rehab. You go to the meetings every day and you listen to the people's stories. And I'm listening to all these stories and they're all the same and none of them make no sense. Like they all just like got into a car crash and got in trouble, had to change my life or something, you know? It's always something like normal that happened bad. Not, you know what I'm saying? But nothing supernatural, none of these stories. But then they're all giving their life over to God in rehab. And I'm like, that story didn't prove God though, you know?
Yeah.
And all the stories like, man, don't you see? I woke up and I didn't want to do it. That's God. Like, I don't believe that at the time, you know? And then there was one man, the only story that ever kind of, he come in and he tell the story and everyone else thought it was bullshit. I'm the only one that was like, that was kind of cool. He told a story, didn't make too much sense. He was in his car doing drugs one night and he said, I was in my car getting high and an angel came into my car and started talking to me through the speakers.
Wow.
And I could see his face when he's talking. Like, he looked shook and he was saying it. I'm like, this really happened. You know, you can tell when someone's telling him.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't understand what he meant by that, you know? So he finished his story. That's all he really said about it. And I went up to him after. And I was like, what you mean the angel came to your car talking through your speakers? He was like, I don't know how to explain it, man. They were just talking to me through the radio. I said, what, like they were saying words? He's like, nah, like the songs, the music. It was telling. I said, how you know it's telling? He's like, I know. It was my whole car. It was my car turned into the angel. And I was like, I didn't get it, but I was like, damn, almost. He almost got me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I stayed in my memory, I guess. But, so then, all right. So then I'm in rehab. I'm getting clean for the first time in years.
You're how old at this point?
34, 35, maybe.
Mid-30s.
So this was only like 6 or 7 years ago from
wasn't that long
today.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
I was in high school.
yeah.
So, so I'm in rehab. I do the whole 90-day rehab thing, right? And they make me stay longer because I'm not doing it right, I guess. I'm not saying the right things. But then they eventually let me start doing the work release, where you go to work and come back for a curfew to the inpatient rehab, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I got the family business, so I told her my job. My mom started letting me work. She started letting me take the truck back to the rehab to park it and then go inside and sleep. Wake up, go to take the truck to work, go back inside and sleep. And one day, I just like, I'm doing good. I got a couple dollars. My mom bought me a brand new phone. He coming to visit me. Everything's looking, you know, turning around. But I already fucked up so much in my life that I'm like, I get sober that long and in my mind start telling me like, you've been sober for a long time. If you get high right now, it's going to be the best high you've had in a long time. You know, that high you've been chasing all these years, you can get it again. You're back, you reset, you can get it again. My mind tells me that as I'm driving home back to the rehab one day. And I say, you know what? You're right, fuck it. Fuck the rehab, I could do the rehab again. It ain't hard. Just relapse, everybody relapse. Part of the game. You're supposed to relapse almost. So I get it, conjure it up where I could get the most money, the most fastest, and get the best high before I had to go back in this process again. And I figured I'd sell this phone my mom just gave me, this brand new iPhone. I put it on offer up because I got an app. That she bought me. So I post the phone on offer up, brand new phone. I put like $500 or something, and I get a hit back. This man Otis tell me, how's the phone? Does it have any cracks? He asking me about it. It seemed legit. He said, we take $450 for it. Hell yeah, I'll take $450 for it. He says, all right, this is the address. Meet me here, but I'll get out of work at this time. Meet me at this time. I said, all right. I had to wait a couple of hours, you know? But I said, this would be worth the wait. So I had to park the car. I lay down. I just close my eyes, listen to music, just waiting for the time to go by. Hoping my mom don't come looking for the truck and see me park somewhere and catch me. Never showed back up to rehab. And the time comes, 4:35, whatever time you want me to go there. I start making my way to the address. And this is where I had my first future memory. I get the address is not an exact location. It's just an intersection. So it just brings me to an intersection. It's like 12th Ave and 60-something street or something. And so I peep the corners. What this man could be talking about? Which one of these corners? One's a gas station. One is like a warehouse, like an industrial little warehouse thing that there was not one single sign off of because they just did like they just painted it. So they took all the signs down.
Yeah.
It was freshly painted. So I don't know what the fuck this place is. And all the windows got hurricane shutters down. So you can't even see inside. It's just a freshly painted building with not one word on the sign. Nothing. I see that. And I see apartments on the other side. It's 1-story little duplex kind of thing with like 5-6 doors. And those are the corners I see right there. And in the little apartments, there's an old Cadillac with an old big black guy sitting out on the hood, talking to a lady that's sitting in the car. He's standing by the hood. He's standing by the car, talking to the lady sitting in the car. And I think that could be Otis. You know, Otis is a black man name. I see a black man there. All right, maybe that's Otis. This is the address. This is the time. It's the only man around here. The only houses. Everywhere else can't be a place where. So I pull into the parking lot, and right when I pull up next to him and I park the car, I get the future memory. All I know how to say it is, it hits me. I get the memory. I remember the next 10 minutes all real fast in very vivid detail. I can remember everything so clear, crystal clear, every single thing. And in my memory, I'm sitting in the car. I ain't talked to nobody yet. And in my memory, I say what's up to the man, ask him, is he Otis? He tell me no. I said, a phone cell, someone here named Otis. He told me no one's home. He said, there ain't no Otis here, and nobody is home in none of these places. I live here, and none of these other houses, anyone's home. And there ain't no cars there, so. And this is all in my memory. And it's so vivid in my memory was. And I remember in my memory not believing him. So I get out the car, and I knock on each door, one by one. Nobody answered none of the doors like he said. I get to the last door, and I knock on it, and it opens. And a Spanish lady comes out, and I remember thinking, he was wrong, or he lied. There's somebody home. The lady come out, and she said, I put the phone up, I go, do you know this person, Otis, or the address? She go, I don't speak English, and she pointed across the street. I look across the street, I see the warehouse. This is all in my memory. I look across the street, I see the warehouse, so I walk over there, knock on the door opens up. A Spanish man comes out, and he looks like a mechanic, and I can see behind him a bunch of tools and wheels and tires, and it's a mechanic shop. I asked him. He said, nah, go check around the side of the building. He told me, I don't know Otis. He told me, go check around the side of the building. As I'm walking to the side of the building, I start smelling weed. This is all in my memory. I can smell the weed in my memory. And I said, someone's smoking. I look up on a balcony because there's a fire exit. And there's a dude standing there with a cornrow braids, Iverson jersey. He got a chunk on with a piece, and he's smoking a blunt. And I say, hey, you Otis? Or you know Otis? And he just look at me. He don't say nothing. And he just pointed across the street to the gas station. Like, everyone keep pointing, you know? Pointed to the gas station. I said, all right. I start walking to the gas station. As I'm walking, this old black bum man come walking out fast right towards my path. Out of nowhere, he come. And oh, shit. I say, are you Otis? And he look at me like, yeah. And he keeps walking, like, leave me alone type of look. And he keeps walking, and I walk to the gas station, and I ask the gas station attendant, does Otis work here just for shits and giggles? And he tells me no. And then my memory ends. And then I'm sitting in the car looking at the guy. I haven't even talked to this man yet. All these things just happened in my head. And the voice is telling me, you're wasting your time. You know it's about to happen. but it's not. It's my voice in the sound, but it's someone else using my voice, or like I'm not coming up with these words, but they sound like me in my head.
It's like your awareness.
It's like my awareness. It's like you're wasting your time. I said, nah, there's no fucking way. I just saw all that is gonna happen. There's no way. And it's the voice going, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. You don't believe me? You're wasting your time. He said, I know you're gonna go see it anyway, so go ahead see it anyway. I said, all right. I get out the car. I go to the guy. Hey, you know Otis? You know Otis? He goes, nah, I ain't Otis, and there ain't no one home. And just like he said, just like I remembered, I didn't believe him. And I didn't believe him I just didn't believe him again. I said, and I go and I knock on all the door, and the voice tell me, I told you. I knock on each door, told you. I knock on the next door, told you. Knock on the next door, voice, I told you. I knock on the last door, Spanish lady come out. I'm not even in the same mood anymore. I'm like, oh, Otis there. I can't even not say is Otis there for some reason, I'm gonna say is Otis there the same way I did it. She said, I don't speak English. Point across the street. Voice goes, see, I told you. You're wasting your time. Same thing, man. Next guy, same thing. You're wasting your time. Next time. 10 minutes wasting your time, bro. It all finishes, and I'm sitting at the gas station like, how the fuck did this just happen? What is happening? I started thinking, God, you just showed me the future for what? So I couldn't sell a phone? Like, you're going to show me the future, let me save somebody's life, something that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started arguing with myself that I said, this bullshit. You're going to show me, I don't know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you're going to show me the future, show me something that's worth it, something that could change people's lives, something, something important. And, the voice never talked back. It just quit talking after that, After I go to the gas station, not there, told you so. Now I'm just talking to myself. Nothing happens. I end up seeing one of my friends on the beach that I knew from the needle exchange. I ditched the car. I'm hanging out with him. He know everyone on the beach, so we're sleeping on couches. We go to one of his friend's house the next day. We come out. We go down the elevator, and I'm thinking in my head, like, do it again. Like, I'm not even thinking do it again. But throughout the next day, I kept saying to myself, like, is it going to happen again? Like
the memory thing?
Yeah, the deja vu, the future memory. Like, is it going to happen again,
Yeah.
And so we come out this elevator 2 days later, and the elevator opens up. On the floor, it says Otis. The elevator company Otis.
Oh, yeah.
When it says Otis, I think the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second I see the word Otis and I think the phone, boom, future memory number 2 hits me. Like, Otis, what? Boom. I can remember the elevator door just opened. We hadn't taken a step out yet. Just one step, maybe. And I remember walking out with my friend, making a left on the sidewalk. You can't see through the hotel lobby. Make a left down the sidewalk. There's a man eating pancakes in front of the cafe with a black shirt and black pants on. And as we're walking by him and my friend look at each other and they say, oh shit, I ain't seen you in a long time. What the fuck? I did old friends from back in school. And they catch up and oh shit, how you doing? And then the guy eating pancakes and there's a pack of Oreo cookies on the table. I see them, they talking. He look over at me and he's like, hey, you want some Oreos? And the guy offers me Oreos. And I love Oreos. And I tell the guy, nah, no thanks, I'm okay, right? I don't want them. And he goes, all right, and he gives them to my friend. And my friend goes, I love Oreos, and he eats them. All that happens in my memory. Boom. We start walking out the elevator. I'm like, this hasn't happened yet, and I'm with him. It's about to happen. I'm gonna tell him this is about to happen. But then it's like, I can't for some reason.
Because it happens so fast.
Not even so fast. Like, my body was like, you're going to be crazy. Or it's just like I'm arguing with myself. And I just decided not to, or it wouldn't let me. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't tell him I wanted to. But then, do I sound crazy? As we're walking, and I'm like, is it really real? Is it really going to happen again?
Yeah.
And then we turn the corner. Oh, I see the guy with the black shirt eating, and he starts walking ahead of me, and I'm like, oh no! I'm trying to catch him to tell him like that's your friend, like, but I can't. I can't get the words out. I can't. I'm just stuck. You know what I'm saying? Just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And as we walk by his friend, he didn't say nothing to him. And I go, I was wrong. And to the voice in my head, I go, this shit was different. This shit wasn't the same thing. I see the Oreos and I see the pancakes. I'm
And
like,
the guy,
it was
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I said, but this was different.
You changed it.
And then right then, the guy goes, Alex. So, you know, my friend's name was Alex. He goes, Alex. My friend turned around.
Damn.
Ain't seen you in a while. All that. I said, oh, fuck. And then I started thinking, all right, well, I'm going to change it, and I'm going to get those Oreo cookies when he offers them to me. I'm telling the voice in my head.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? I'm going to get those Oreo cookies. I'm going to change it because I already know. And I love Oreos. I'm telling it over and over. I'm going to get the Oreos. I'm going to get the Oreos. I'm going to get the Oreos. They do their thing. Dude, look at me. Hey, you want these Oreos? Nah, I'm okay. He might give them to my friend. My friend started eating them. The voice said, I told you ain't going to change nothing. At that point, I'm like, I can't even tell him what just happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's already done.
And we're just, and I'm such a drug addict. I'm just like, just go get high, bro. We're on our way to go pick some drugs up anyway, so I don't want to make that take longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just buried it and we just go get high.
Wow. Has that happened, like that future memories thing, has that happened anymore since then?
Different ways.
Yeah. Do you ever have it happen and then it's like later, like weeks or months later that you see
Or
it?
even days.
Or that it actually happens?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
That's funny, man.
All right. So I had the two future. Well, what happened to the future memories before the third one? After that second future memory, like I'm thinking like it should have changed people's life, right? They get future memories. They should open up their mind to something's going on. But I just buried it, and the addiction. At that point, maybe it was more of a warning to where you better turn your life around here, something up here watching something, but I didn't take the warning right. And from that point on, the second future memory, I was shooting up meth. I was homeless for good at that point. Family gave up everything. I mean, I'm doing drugs. I'm shooting up meth I'm staying up for days at a time. I'm doing everything. I'm panhandling. I'm stealing. I'm prostituting myself. And for a little bit of drugs.
Rock
sometimes.
bottom.
Just for a little bit of drugs. It don't matter. None of that shit matters as long as I got a little bit of drugs first. Let's get that. Give me the drugs. That's it. That's all my brain cared about because life didn't matter at that point. This is all that matters. So I don't know if you saw the picture of me, what it turned me into.
I was gonna ask if you were comfortable with that. Could we drop that in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to send that to us, Junior.
So I started looking like that. So I'm doing bad. And where are we?
Look like a different person, man.
We wrapped up Future Memories 2. Now you're on the street. You're homeless. You're at complete rock bottom. You're up for days doing meth.
I'm up for days doing meth.
And all this.
Okay, so one day I'm over here panhandling with a sign. And this guy passed by in a van. And he got $1. And he say, if can I pull over and say a prayer with you? And he waved $1. And he got like his wife and daughter with him. And I'm thinking, he want to show off like he doing some good deed or whatever. I said, go ahead, whatever make you happy. Like in my head, yeah, sure. In my head, I know that people give you money could make them feel good, Something he wanted to do this to show his daughter what people should do or what he think they should do. So he pulled a van over. He said, come in a little circle. Let's stand in a little circle and say a prayer. He says, what's your name? I say, Paul. He says, I know. Your name's Paul. Jesus told me to come out here and find you, Paul. And in my head, I'm going, well, then why'd you ask me what my name was?
Yeah.
If you knew it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm already thinking he's trying to fuck with my head. And he said, all right, he said, hold hand, let's say this prayer. All right, whatever. Nothing bothers me, Hold hands with a stranger ain't nothing after what I've been doing,
Oh, yeah.
So we hold a hand, saying a little prayer, and he starts saying he starts saying, first I want to tell you that your parents miss you. And I said, how does he know I got two parents that are still alive? Like, you wouldn't say that to a stranger on the street, because what are the chances that one of them dead and you accept them even more or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So when you say you got two parents still alive and they miss you, they want you back home, they miss you, I'm thinking, he got a lucky guess on the two parents part, you know? That they still alive or whatever, that they both live together and they both at home. He got a lucky guess on that. And then he goes, but I know you ain't going to go back. But he goes, Jesus wanted me to tell you that you got to be strong for what you're about to go through. And I'm thinking, this man don't know what I already been through. Yeah. Jesus is too late. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, I get a bad vibe, like, ooh, it start raining. Right when he said that, it started sprinkling on me. I said, look, I gotta go. I'm losing money out here. You good? I let go of his hand. I walk away like, fuck, that shit kind of fucked my head up, you know? Jesus said you need to be strong for what you're about to go through. Yeah. What the fuck? He don't know what he's talking about. But I guess he did. But so that was kind of strange, you know, the way he approached me like that out of the blue, talking about my parents and say he knew my name and all that. And Jesus told me he was a preacher and he talked to Jesus all the time and whatever. And so right after that, shit turned into like a horror movie, like every day, bro. And then I started understanding what he was talking about through time. But I mean, right after that, let me give you like, okay, I'm walking through the hood one day and police, ambulance, all under the bridges where I go buy the drugs at all the time. And turned out that 17 people overdosed at the same time on this new bag called Red Lips. So they call it the Red Lip Massacre. So I'm down there, 17 people dying one day. Next day, 12 people die from the same bag under the same bridge. That's where I'm staying, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's kind of fucks up your head a little bit seeing that kind of shit go down. And that's not even talking about every other day somebody ODing, you know? That was just crazy. That was a new batch. And everybody going around looking for it. That was even crazier because they knew it was strong. I see that. I mean, I see kids selling dope. I'm telling them, they selling dope right in front of the dope house. And I'm telling this kid, what are you doing out here? You're going to get yourself shot, man. You can't sell dope in front of the dope house unless you're selling their dope. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck. I tell the kid, man, you crazy. Next day, kid not there. Next day, the kid's not there. Next day, the kid's not there. I'm calling the kid's phone because he gave me his number because I said, in case you ain't here, I can find you because he had good dope. But, so I'm calling, he ain't answering. On the fourth day, he pick up. He tell me he's in the hospital. They shot him 3 times right in front of the spot. I told you, I told you. I know a kid got shot 7 times in the face for selling fake dope by the dope boy that he was supposed to be selling dope for. I know another dude got shot 17 times for selling good dope around the corner from where they wasn't selling such good dope. That shit's crazy out there.
Yeah. The territorial shit.
There's one day, I'm walking down the street because you can't go to sleep when you got shit on you because whatever you fall asleep with, they take it. So when you got shit on you, stay awake. You just walk around. I'm walking down the street. I see my boy Kilo. Kilo is a runner for the dope hole. This is a crazy story.
I bet it is.
The rules of this dope hole is it's in the apartment. You stay out by the fence, and the kid, Kilo, whoever's working, which is Kilo at this time, he run out to the fence, he get your money, ask you what you want, he go inside and get it for you and come back out. No one's allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
All of them got different rules, whatever. This is the rules for that one. So he the worker, basically. And he working there for months, and you don't work there and mess up the money.
Yeah.
You don't mess it up. There's no option of that. So he working there. His shift off. He's late at night. He working the daytime. I see him walking right in front of the apartment, and these apartments are closed, boarded up. There may be 2 or 3 families still living there in the projects, but this building's condemned and they're trying to close it, waiting for the families to move. So the dope boys take all the other closed, condemned apartments and they run them, you know? So I see Kilo, I'm walking on the street, Kilo like, hey, Paul, you got anything? I said, yeah, why? He said, because Kilo got a apartment there because the dope boys let him stay in an apartment because he works there. In one of the condemned apartments, they let him sleep in there. He said, you come stay inside the building. I got water. You can take a shower, no light, but I got water to give me a little shot and you can stay the night. It's like 1 a.m. I'm thinking, all right, I get out of the street. I could sleep. I ain't slept in like 2 days. I don't have to worry about my shit getting taken. So we go inside. And I'm thinking he's straight with the dope boys because he worked there. So we go inside. I go to sleep. I give him a shot. He got tweaking out, like most people do. So I just think nothing of it. He go, you can go in the room and lay in the bed. You can sleep in the bed. I'm going to be up. All right. I go to bed. I go to sleep. I wake up. I fall asleep. I wake up. Maybe it might be 3, 4 in the morning to... I don't know if you ever seen Dope Boys. They're big, scary guys, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And they run in packs, you know what I'm saying? And I wake up to somebody big and mean and scary, kicking the door, a sliding glass door. Bah! 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 Trying to break in through the sliding glass door in the living room. I'm in the room. And I just hear boom, boom, boom. And I hear somebody yelling, Kilo, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Get out here, Kilo. Bomb, bomb, bomb. It sounds like the door's gonna shatter at any minute. And I'm just laying in the bed like, oh shit. I look up, I see Kilo sitting on the edge of the bed going, shh, shh, shh. I just hear bomb, bomb. You got the ACs that are in the wall, you know?
Yeah.
The AC vents that go in the wall.
Yeah.
The AC vent in the wall in the room. All of a sudden, after about 20 bomb on the door don't break. Thank God. The AC vents start getting pushed in. Boom, boom, boom. They just keep yelling, Kilo, Kilo, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna cap you. The thing, I'm seeing drywall falling every time this thing shakes. More and more drywall. I'm like, this thing's gonna come in and they're just gonna stick a gun through the hole of the wall and start shooting it. And I'm laying in this guy's bed.
Yeah.
Then I start thinking, this motherfucker put me in his bed. He got problems he didn't tell me about, you know? It's all going on real fast. And he's telling me, shh. Thing, boom, 20 times. Boom, screaming. People outside screaming they're going to kill him. It stops. Back to the door. Boom, 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 boom. I said, oh, shit. It stops. Kid's still saying, shh. It stopped for like a good 30 seconds this time, right? The front door starts getting kicked. Boom! Like they went around.
Yeah.
Boom, boom! Start hearing the front door getting kicked. Oh shit! I'm thinking we should run out the back now, but Kilo's like, wait, in case maybe someone out the back, right? So we just waiting in the middle. Now we're in the living room, hearing the door get kicked. Then it get quiet again. Back to the back door. Boom, boom, boom! Again, they're getting in. They're not stopping.
Oh yeah.
They're kicking the door again. Boom! They hitting the thing again. 20 times again. Sound stop. All of a sudden we hear an angle grinder turn on outside the front door, and I see sparks coming through the front door around the door handle, and I see the saw cutting the fucking door handle. Kilo look at me and he goes, we gotta go, Paul. He's at the front door. They're at the front door. He goes, we gotta go, Paul. Kilo run out the back door, sliding glass door. He take the stick out, open it. He run out the back door. I go right behind him, but I don't want to run with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at. They might be waiting right there. So he run out the back to the right. I run out to the right too, because the left is dark. You don't want to go to the left. There's a canal in the back of this building, so there's nowhere to go. There's a canal and there's a wall and there's a parking lot right there. So there's nowhere to go. You got to go in the water.
Yeah.
And so he go out and he go down. There's cars parked right up to the water along the fence. And he go down behind him, and I take off right through the parking lot. He go behind the cars, down by the water. I'm thinking, for sure he jump in the fucking water and swam out of here.
Yeah.
He not sitting there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the parking lot, and then the boys coming around from the front. And by the way, Me and Kilo look identical.
I was about to say he thinks you're Kilo for sure.
We look identical. We're
Yeah.
skinny, scrawny, white guy
He
with
just
beards.
sees you running away into a parking lot. He's
Well, I'm
not
walking, and they're walking up on me. So I'm walking towards the front. Kilo went that way. I went around to the front of the building because the parking lot got a wall. You can't go anywhere. You got to go to the front or go to the canal. I walked to the front. Boy come running with the gun. Boom! He started yelling, I got him! I got him! I said, I'm not Kilo. I'm not Kilo. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This guy Kilo been working for them for 6 months. He ain't. Yes, you are. I'm not fucking Kilo, but we look so much alike. We're just grimy looking people, you know? And he's saying, yes, you are. He grabbed me, put a gun, walked to the back. Yeah, I got him. I got him. I'm like, I'm not fucking Kilo. I'm not Kilo. He's telling the boss, I got him. I got him. Boss coming around the other way, back to the canal, because I guess he went around to make sure Kilo didn't go left, so we didn't go that way. The place I told you we can't go that way because it's dark and scary.
Yeah.
We didn't go that way because that's the way they were going to come around. Figured. So the one boss man coming around that way, I'm being held back there with the gun. He coming close. I'm saying, I'm not Kilo. I'm not Kilo. He's walking up. And he's saying, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're going in the dirt. And I'm like, crying, bro. I'm not Kilo. I'm not Kilo. And it's dark out there.
Yeah.
He get right up to me and he look at me. He goes, oh, you ain't Kilo. I told you I'm not Kilo. And he goes, where the fuck is Kilo? Where the fuck is Kilo? You with Kilo? You ain't in the house without Kilo. Where the fuck is Kilo? I said, I don't know. He went, he left. And I point the way he went toward the canal. I say, he took off in the canal. I figured by enough time went by, he's gone, right?
Yeah.
I don't want him to get killed either, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm also a little mad that he set me up to be him.
Nah, for sure.
His twin. It's all going in my mind real quick, you know?
He's like, he set me up. He did this shit on purpose.
You know what I'm saying?
Have a decoy.
And laying in his bed, you can have the bed.
Yeah. Damn, that's true. The bed.
Yeah.
Oh my
laying in
God.
bed.
You were his double.
Yeah. So I said he went that way, right? And when I look toward the direction they said, no, he didn't. You lying. And they think I'm lying for him and that he went that way. I can see this motherfucker
Nah.
sitting behind the van, crouched down behind the tire, like, and I'm like, oh my God, he's still here. Oh my God. So they thankfully, they didn't believe me when I pointed the way he went.
Yeah.
He was still literally, I'm pointing at him. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing he was there.
Yeah.
At first. And then, so they think he took off the other way. So they both turn around and start walking the other way. And he can see them walking the other way. He does the ninja sprint. Quiet. I never seen somebody run 40 miles an hour without making a sound.
He does the ninja sprint. It's silent.
Bro, not a single sound, bro. Not even his toes on the ground, bro. I've never seen anything like it before. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my God.
So he hits the corner of the parking lot and he goes over the bridge of the highway because the highway's right there with the bridge. The canal, there's a bridge that goes over the highway. Okay. He hits the wall, gets on the highway bridge, and he's walking across the canal, across the bridge, the highway, over the canal. The boys come back up to me. Nah, you lying. Where the fuck is he? And they putting a gun on me, and I just looked up at him walking. You know, I didn't want to point because he can see me. He can see me where he's at. I just said, I looked over at him, but he was far enough. He's over the wall. He's around the parking lot. He got a lead, bro. Go, Kilo. Get away, you know?
Yeah.
He's doing the ninja sprint,
Ninja sprinting away.
He ain't catching him. And they see him. Like, oh, there you go. Because they see him running across the bridge.
They don't hear him, but they see him.
They see him going across the highway. They take off through the parking lot to the wall. Go over the highway. Kilo gone. I start walking away. About 2 minutes go by, and I hear pop.
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Ah, damn.
6
months later, I'm under the bridge buying dope. And a dude come with a mask, the ninja mask on a scooter from the far exit. Like I'm on the outskirts of the hood, or like where the outskirts are, on another dope spot on the other side of the hood. And I see this guy come up and he walk up to me and he pull his mask down and it's fucking Kilo, bro. And I'm like, Kilo, you're alive, bro?
Is like, Kilo a ninja?
He's like, I'm like, you almost got me killed, man. You just put me in your room. He's like, oh, my bad. My bad. I was like, you're all good, bro. You're all good. I even gave him my bicycle, bro. It's like, take my bike, get the fuck out of here. Give me the scooter. It's like a little push scooter. The motherfucker came up on a push scooter.
A razor.
That's what I'm thinking.
Talking about
Wearing a ninja
talking
mask?
about he got a job and shit. I'm like, what?
What's your job? Selling razor scooters?
I can't wait. He's like,
I got these scooters,
I got a
man.
job now. I got a job now.
$5. I got these scooters.
He's in a
man.
witness protection program.
That's my dog, though. That's my dog. So I mean, that was a horror. I mean, that's just one night.
Wow, man.
That's just one night.
You were out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started understanding what he meant. I'm gonna go through some shit, you know.
Wow.
So then, all right. So then, I'm okay. I'm like, I get this corner on Bird Road where I'm kind of making my panhandling corner, and there's a spot in the Grove, in the hood in the Grove. I could walk down the street and cap dope from their spot. I don't have to go all the way downtown from the panhandling spot I got. It's in the Coral Gables, Coconut Grove. So I'm doing that every day, and the people from the hood see me keep walking in there with money. I keep walking in there with money. They know I'm homeless and I'm by myself every day, and I'm walking in there 40, 60, 80, $100. I'm panhandling, getting money back and forth, and dude started picking up on it, and he started pressing me. He started making me buy him some and shit, or else I can't be out on that corner because nobody owns the street.
Right.
Know? Yeah. So I'm being bullied basically on the street by these people, you know. This is a little sub story, you know.
Yeah.
And I get my boy. I come across this dude that's also homeless. His name is Bobby, about 6'5", 300 pounds, maybe 280 pounds, big Cuban dude, long hair. And you ain't fucking with him. He's like Baloo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we turned into Baloo and shit, you know?
Mowgli.
I got my
Mowgli.
Baloo with me. Walking by all the people that was pressing me, like, say something now, you know?
Look for the bare
All the
necessities.
tigers looking at me. So we chilling. And one night where Bobby got high, he did all the drugs, but we supposed to wake up and have something. So he did everything, and I said, Bobby, now we got to panhandle and have cash for the morning, because we ain't waking up empty-handed. It's 11 o'clock at night. So we started panhandling. He's like, all right, fuck it, let's go. We started panhandling cross corners, and I get a car stop, give me like $17 or something, all one, so it looked like a big stack, and he see me across the street, and he think we got the 20 that we needed for the morning. So he started walking over to me. He's like, we good, right? We good. I said, I counted it. I said, nah, almost there. Go back. Let's get a couple more dollars. He turned around, and I looking down for a second, man. I don't know what. I look down for 1 second, and I hear what sounds like a head-on collision of two cars. Boom! Right in front of me. Like, I'm talking about right. I'm on the sidewalk. This happened right in front of me on the next lane going that way. I'm on this lane this way. It happened right in front of me going that way. The second I hear it hit, I think, oh shit, somebody's about to, two cars just hit head on. This is going to be bad when I look up. There might even be a piece of metal flying at my face right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I look up, and when I look up, I see my friend, I see a cop car, and the front of the cop car is smashed in, the windshield smashed in, like a ball hit the windshield, smashed in, and then I see 15 feet in the air, I see my friend Bobby upside down, like that.
Oh.
Boom. And when I look up, time didn't stop, but it went so slow. I can't imagine how slow. I'm just watching it barely pause through the air. And I look up and I'm like, oh no. It's not what I expected to see. I expected to see two cars.
Yeah.
I look up and I see him upside down in the air. And I'm, oh no, Bobby. And dude, like in the time, like the speed that me and you are talking at right now, I have a fucking telepathic conversation with him while he's almost paused in the air. Boom, I look up. I see him. Bobby. He said, Paul, help me. I said, Bobby, are you okay? He said, Paul, I need you to catch me. And I said, I try to move my arms, but I'm in slow motion too. Even though I'm thinking fast, having this conversation with him in normal speed, my arms are moving as slow as everything else, and I can't go catch him, you know? He's gonna land. I'm not gonna be able to make it in time, you know? And I'm trying to move. I'm just like, Bobby, I can't move. I'm too slow. And he goes, and he's like, made a joke, and he was like, I'm just kidding. I know you can't catch me. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, but stay by me, bro. He was like, stay by me, please, when I land. And I was like, I will. And then time started again. Boom, and he lands. The car starts sliding. Car hits him again, rolls over him again. He rolls out from under it again. Boom, his body just naturally rolled. Oh. And but by the time I walked up to him, his head was split open. His legs was like wrapped around him. Oh. He was gasping and stuff, you know.
God, man.
But what was crazy was that time slowed down. I had a conversation with him, and it was real.
He didn't make it?
He didn't make it. The ambulance came, took like 20 minutes. He stayed there holding on. And I think because, I mean, he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
But I think because a cop hit him, I think they tried to give him a little extra time, cause, you know. And they put him on like the induced coma for like a couple of weeks. But then he didn't make it.
That's tough.
Yeah. So that happened.
You were really out there like living through hell.
Oh, Junior, he has up the story on his phone. Look, it's a news story.
Yeah, it was on the news. That was on the news.
Maybe we can drop a photo of that in.
And you can see me in the news clip getting interviewed by the police. I was the only witness. Having 5 feet in front of me.
You're in the news clip?
You can see my silhouette.
Yeah.
You can see the cop and you see like someone standing behind them. And if you know me, you can tell it's me.
Wow.
If you don't know me, you just see a shadow person standing there.
Wow, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really were living through hell.
So then that happens. So then the next day, me and him, we invented like a whole sign language by ourselves, like signals, you know what I'm saying? We panhandle across the street, so we could talk. We had a whole language, bro, just me and him. So the next day I'm panhandling, and I get some money out of the car. Not even thinking about it, just naturally, I turn around and do the hand signal to nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
That shit, wow, man. That shit happened so many times, bro. I would lose it. And then this man come along, come give me $20 every day. Some older man named Bill, come by in a Mercedes, same time, every day. He'd come by and give me $20. And I would stop and talk with him. He'd be always the last car in the line somehow. And I would talk with him throughout the red light, joke, and he'd give me money, whatever. After a couple times, he started asking me, like, you got food stamps? What are you doing out here with your life? You know, like, he'd give me a card, and he'd go, call this number, and this person going to help you get food stamps. And this man told me he got like a nonprofit organization thing where under him, he got 80 nonprofit organizations that he helped people start.
Wow.
The man just does it. So he just seen me on the street and was trying to help me. So he started helping me, you know. I get my food stamps with the person that helping that works for him, helped me get my food stamps. And he asked me, what would you be doing if you wasn't homeless? I tell him I'd be washing cars. I have my own car wash like I'm supposed to have, but everything got messed up with my family. And he tell me, make a business plan. Give me a business plan. Tell me what you would do. How if I got you a car, how you would pay it back. I'm like, what? This guy putting me in what are those places that you rent for the night?
Like a motel? What
hostel.
Oh, hostel.
He would put in me a hostel. Everything, you know, for no reason. Give me a hostel and tell me that he's going to do that. So I'm in the hostel writing how I'm going to pay him back if he give me the car, how much everything would cost, this whole business plan. And I come give it to him, and he's like, all right, sounds good. He's like, you know anyone that can help you do all this? Build the truck up this way? I call my friend. I got one friend left out my normal life, this kid Yasmani. And he don't do no drugs. He never did drugs. Sweetest kid ever. And he's a master mechanic. And he's the last person that I still talk to from my normal life that still will talk to me. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I call Yasmani. I tell him, bro, I got this guy gonna buy me a van or buy a van and help me set it up and help me get my own business. If you could vouch for me and come in with me and tell me you're gonna set it up, tell me you're a mechanic and you're gonna help me, so I got somebody normal, you know? And he comes in, he said, yeah, he comes in. Bill's like, all right, that's a good plan. He started buying all the stuff. He started giving me cards to go charge it, you know, save the receipts, trusting me like that. Me and Yasmani go buy all the stuff at Home Depot for the truck, order all the stuff. This guy buys the van. After like 2 months, he buys a van, gives me a business cards, makes me a business, T-shirts. I'm homeless, panhandling, handing out cards saying I'm going to start a business to people. Car wash. And he helped me go. He got the van. My boy helped me put it together. I was thinking like things might change, you know?
Damn, yeah.
I'm still doing drugs.
Yeah.
And I ain't telling man I was doing drugs. I told him I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I lied. Gotta lie.
Of course, yeah. And hey, he probably knew.
Yeah.
You know, he
I honestly don't think I think he really honestly believed me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he might have, and he might have just seen it in you that, like, he really wants to turn it around, so I'm going to help him. And then when you started actually getting shit done, he's like, well, hey, look, even if he's still doing a little bit of drugs, he's obviously on the right path. We're obviously getting somewhere. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm going to keep helping him because he's doing what he's saying he's going to do.
What a good dude.
Yeah, that's like a genuine angel.
Unless there's some twist I'm unaware
No.
of.
I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, wait.
Because with his story,
And then he
okay,
rolls
good.
up his sleeves
He
and
said
has
yes.
demon tattoos.
Good dude.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Oh, let me.
There's some more of that.
Right. Yeah.
Look, so when I'm in his office, telling him my story, he invited me to his office to tell him about the car wash, what I be doing, tell him my story. I had just had the future memories, right? Mm-hmm. Recently. I mean, it had been like a year or something before that, or maybe 2 years, but it was the first person I've been talking to that I could run it by, you know? Except for ran it by a couple people when I went to jail. When I sobered up, like, you ever had these future memories? No one ever said, yeah. So I tell the old man about it. I see all these, like, books in his office about the universe and stuff. I say, you ever heard of future memories? And I explained to him what happened. And you know what this guy tells me? He goes, you ever heard of the Monroe Institute?
No way. I was just thinking about that
I
because
go,
they
no.
talk about that.
I said, no. He goes, you ever did
Gateway.
I don't know. Yeah, hemisync. He goes, you ever heard of the hemisync? I think you should try the hemisync. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, oh, they put these things and it kind of mess your brain and it comes you out of body experiences. And it kind of like is about the future memories. It might help you figure out the future memories. So he puts these headphones on me. I'm on drugs though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He puts headphones on me and they're just here like, and I'm just like, nah, it ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. And we never talked about Monroe Institute again to him, but that did happen.
That's wild.
Wow.
As you were telling me the story about the future memories, I was thinking in my head, like, they talk about that, you know? So that's
and then when I found y'all, and then y'all talking about Monroe Institute, like, damn, that guy telling me about Monroe Institute too.
just another level of connection between us.
Yeah. So he gave me the card. I got regulars because I've been on this corner panhandling, right, for a while now, couple years, couple different corners. But I got this one corner where I got this lady that comes every day and she stops at Publix and buys me peanut butter and bread and jelly and gives me the bag. Or different snacks or different foods, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but she always buys me something and brings it to me on the way home from work. Pretty Spanish lady, like in her 40s. And I mean, every day for like a good month. And after I get the car wash thing going, I tell her, she's one of the people I talk to, you know? Yeah. I say, this man gonna help me get the car wash going. It's pretty soon it's gonna happen because I didn't really tell no one about it until it started actually being real. So pretty soon it's gonna happen. He got these cars and pass them out. She tell me, when it happens, you can come do my car. She go take my number, and I get her number because the guy got me a phone. The guy got me a phone with the van, before the van, so he can keep tabs on me in the hostels and everything. And Dude got me a phone, dude.
Good
And
guy. Really good guy.
so I tell the lady. She tell me I take her number down. I don't see her after that. Then I get the van. This is the third future memory right here. She's the first person I call when I get everything locked and done. Keys, mine.
Yeah.
Call her.
Client number one.
I call her. She tell me, of course you can come do my car. In fact, you can detail it. Can I give her the prices, a wash and a detail, different prices? She goes, you can come detail it, wax it, do the whole thing. I said, all right. She give me her address. It's way out in Cutler Ridge. And so down south, I started driving down there, right? Just ready? I started driving down there. And she lived in like a place called Saga Bay, which is along the coast. It runs along the coast. It's like a big complex back there. But the entrance of it is like miles away from the coast. And then it goes neighborhoods. And if you live in the end of it, you live on the coast,
Yeah.
So I go into Saga Bay. And I'm driving, following the thing, and it's like lakes, long road, bunch of houses, lake, long road, bunch of houses, long road. I'm driving. I'm like, damn, this shit's long, So I thought the ocean would be closer than this. I've been back here. I don't remember this road being that long. It keeps going. I'm like, oh, wait, I do remember being back here. And then it wasn't like a future memory the same way. As I'm driving, an actual memory, hits me from when I was about 19 years old, and I was working for my parents' company, maybe 20. I might have been 20, or might have been 22, maybe even. I don't know. I was working with my friend Rusty, that my roommate. When me, Tony, and him were roommates. I was working with Rusty, and it was after we quit messing with Tony. It was after I was 21 because I was with that girl. So this was about to be like 21, 22. And I'm working with my friend Rusty. We're driving down, and I remember we got the address, and as we driving, we sparked up a blunt, and we put it out, and we kept driving like, damn, this place is far. Spark that blunt back up. And we sparked the blunt back up, put it out. Damn, this place is far. We sparked the blunt back up. And the place was far. We almost smoked the whole blunt by the time we got to the car years ago. And we pull up to the car, and it's a red 2000 Cadillac CTS, two-door. And I remember going to do that car, and I start remembering, damn, that's the same fucking lady. The Cadillac, the red Cadillac. That's the same lady that gave me the food. And as I'm driving, I'm like, is that the same lady? It's the same fucking lady. And I'm remembering what happened back when I was with Rusty. We went to pull up into her car. She called for a wax, my parents' company, years ago when I'm 21, 22. I pull up to the car. We call her. She take forever to come down. She take forever to come outside. It's a 3-story building, and she come out from the 3rd floor on the right, or the right door on the right. She come downstairs, say, hey, we're here to wax the car. And she tells me, I can't get the car waxed today because I'm late for a wedding. But can you just give it a quick wash, and next time you come, you can wax it. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Even though we drove far,
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I don't care. I was high. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I tell her, yeah, no problem. I go back and I tell my friend Rusty, the lady don't want us to wax it now. She just want a $20 wash. Supposed to do like a $70 wax. She just want a $20 wash. My friend Rusty's like, oh, what the fuck? I remember him getting angry over this, you know? We did the car anyway. So as I'm driving down, I was like, oh shit, that's the lady that had to go to the wedding. Back when I was 22, this is the same lady. It's the same car. It's the same lady. I remember the lady now. And I was driving. I pulled into the last place where the house is. First spot, still parked in the same spot that I remember. She parked in the very first spot next to the fire hydrant when you turn in. I said, yep, that's her. Same spot. It's a 2000. And I did this in like the year 2003. So she still had the 2000, you know?
Yeah,
she still got the same car.
Yeah.
Like, she still got the same car. I pull up. I know it's the lady in the 3rd door on the right because I've been there 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever it was. And I call her. She called and said, hey, I'm downstairs. She goes, I'll be right there. Hang up, looking. Door opens. She comes downstairs. for sure it's the same lady.
Yeah, for
she came
sure.
out the same house.
Yeah.
She come downstairs, and I go, I know you. She goes, of course you know me. I bring you food every day. And I go, no. I know you from like 20 years ago. I came here to do your car with my parents' company. And I'm about to tell her, but you didn't want to wax it, right? I'm about to tell her, but you switched from a wax to a wash because you was late for a wedding. That's what I'm about to say. I said, I came here 20 years ago for my parents' company. And she goes, look, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm late for a wedding. And I don't have time to get it detailed, so can you just give it a wash?
No way.
And I said, that's what you told me 20 years ago. You called my parents' company 20 years ago. She's like, look, I didn't say that's what you told me 20 years ago. I said, no, I came here 20 years ago. I said, Waxall. Do you ever remember the company Waxall? She goes, look, I've never called anyone to ever do my car here. I've never had my car washed here. I'm saying, I'm telling you, I did it before. She's like, nah, but I'm late for a wedding and I got to go get ready.
Whoa,
It's like,
man.
what the fuck was that? That was different, you know?
Yeah.
I can remember doing her car, and then, I don't know. But then I started thinking, like, maybe because I got my own business now, maybe, like, I switched timelines or shifted time. I'm trying to make sense of this in my head, right?
Yeah.
At the time. So I'm thinking maybe I'm on a different path and something's going different. I can change shit now.
It's like you're remembering things in this timeline that maybe didn't happen in another timeline or something.
It's like
because you shifted.
that and the last future memories, I couldn't change.
Right.
Yeah.
What was about to happen. I had to watch it. I couldn't even say the Oreos. I could have not knocked on the doors.
Yeah.
I had but this was a little different. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I got out of that bad path and I could change shit now. And I'm not stuck just being a slave to whatever's controlling this. Or that was one of the thoughts I had.
That's profound.
One of the thoughts
You're
I
not
had.
like shackled by that anymore. You have a say.
I mean, that was one of the thoughts I had,
sure.
but it doesn't, it just keeps going until you think you're crazy and then you just let it go.
I don't think it's that crazy considering like where the story is going,
Yeah, I'm just like in my head at the time, like.
Right.
For sure.
You're thinking, how could this be?
Yeah.
Maybe it's this.
I started thinking like time travel must be real. Maybe time travel's real. The government doing some time travel experiments, and I'm just stuck in like one of those
or like
not
reality.
not the original version, just the one they went back on. And I'm just like a
Yeah.
side character in someone else's time travel world.
or like
This ain't
timeline
even-
shift or something.
This ain't even a world. It's the CERN portal or something. I'm Googling. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I got the van. I started washing the cars right at first, but it didn't last long because the addiction it wasn't keeping up the money I was making doing cars. So I started getting other homeless people, my friends, that boost good, that steal from the stores, and I started driving them around, and we just started stealing. And fuck the car wash. And back to the dark path maybe,
Yeah. It happens.
She started getting back down. So then one day, this is crazy. There was one day I'm by myself in the car. I fall asleep in the car with the car running like I do every night. When I do sleep, I leave the car running with the doors locked, sleep in the AC,
Yeah.
And the car usually runs out of gas in the middle of the night, and then the battery dies. It's like a whole thing I do every day. I walk to the gas station, bum gas, and all that. It's like my daily routine at this point. So I was sleeping in the cars. I wake up, it's already sun's up, and I'm sweating because the AC been off for a while and I've been knocked out. So and this is how I wake up from a dream. And I wake up from this dream, and in this dream, it's twisted. Discretion advised.
Okay.
All right?
I love that, man.
Okay.
Hey, for what it's worth, I gave that at the beginning.
All right. This one, double discretion on this one. I have a dream. Remember, this is just a dream. I have a dream that girl that we saw the things with,
The smoke,
the girl, my ex, the one that we
the
went
smoke
crazy
in the corner,
with
the
the smoke,
ball of smoke.
the one
Yeah.
that saw the ball of smoke.
Yeah.
I have a dream where I wake up in this dream and I'm floating in her room, just like a fly on the wall, right? That's my dream. I'm just noticing what's going on in her room. She don't know I'm in there, basically, and I'm just watching. And she with her friend, and they're at the computer, And I'm like, what are you doing? What they doing on the computer? Like laughing. And I like zoom in my focus on the computer. The rest discretionary advised.
Okay, so
And she's on the computer. This is in my dream. She's on the computer doing like pictures of me with kids, like doing like a child thing with me with kids in it, right? And I'm in my dream, and it feels real because I'm in my dream, and I start screaming, "Stop! What the fuck is wrong with you? What's the fuck wrong with you?" And she's not hearing me, and they just keep doing it. And I wake up, and I'm in the van, and I'm sweating bullets, bro. Oh, and it felt real. The dream felt real. It felt so real that I thought it was real. I forgot it was a dream. I woke up, and I said, "This bitch, what the fuck she doing?" I get the phone, because I got the phone, the car wash, the van. I get the phone, and I text my mom. I go to call my mom, and I'm so that I can't even talk. Hang up. And I text my mom, and I'm, you know when you're mad and you texting? You start, I start texting, "Mom, this fucking bitch is doing this shit. She's making all these pictures and all this crazy shit. What the fuck? I'm gonna kill this bitch, blah, 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 blah." Send it to my mom. My mom texts me back. Oh, no. My mom was texting me back, but this wasn't the point. Right when I send that to my mom, my phone gets an advertisement. Like, you know what pop up?
Mm-hmm.
Pop up. It's like a Time newspaper, Time
like an
magazine.
article. Yeah.
It's like a cover of a Time magazine. It's like Time magazine. It's a list of top people who need to stop talking shit.
What?
And then there's a list of names. And I'm on the fucking list, Paul.
What?
What the fuck? I click off of it, you know? And then I'm thinking, what the fuck? Then I'm thinking in my head, because this all happened so fast, right? I'm thinking the girl is reading my texts or like hacking the phone. And she fucking with me somehow.
Yeah.
And she sent that advertisement. So I think she reading it. And I just had this dream, so I'm mad at her. So I started texting my mother, "I'll fucking kill you, you fucking bitch."
No.
But you thought you were texting the girl.
I'm texting the girl. I'm gonna fucking kill you and everyone you know. You fucking blah, blah. I'm saying the worst things. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that she's gonna read it, and I'm talking to her. I'm not talking to my mom, but I'm sending it to my mom so that she can hack it in my head.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean that's demonic. I mean, so and then I send that second text, right? Boom, boom, boom. I get another advertisement instantly. This one is a picture of a newspaper, and it's got a boxer. I got a couple advertisements. I'm gonna skip through. I got a picture of it's like a front page paper, like the New York Times or something, right? And it's got a boxer like getting his jaw fucking twisted, like it looks fake. It's so like that, right? And it goes, "Paul gets knocked out for talking shit on the article."
What?
What the fuck? I hang up the phone. I hang up the advertisement. I double down on my text to my mom. "I dare you, fuck you, I'll come to your house and burn your house, your whole family." I'll start saying, even worse shit, you know? Send the text. Then I get another advertisement, and it says something like, "Chico coming to fuck you up," some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck. And then all of a sudden, a car pulls into the parking lot. This is the same parking lot with Kilo.
Oh wow.
I park over there, you know?
Yeah.
Same parking lot, so there's nowhere to go. There's a canal, there's a wall, and there's only one entrance. This car little old car, and stops right in the entrance. Door opens up. This big, swole up, Spanish gang member looking gets out. And she starts screaming. I think he's saying Paul, but I don't know what he's really saying. He's just, "Ah! Ah!" And he's banging on the hood. "Ah! Oh, this is for me." Well, I don't know why, but this has to be the guy talking shit, all that, right? Coming to kick Paul's ass. Yeah. You know? I'm ducking down in my seat, and I'm just like praying he doesn't see me, you know? I'm sweating, and I'm never been this terrified. More terrified than when I was in the house with Kilo, like, because that was for Kilo. This is for me, I feel, you know?
Yeah.
This is broad daylight, and this motherfucker's mean. And I'm just out of it, bro. I feel like dope sick, and I'm just waking up, and I'm like, oh, you know, sweating. I can't even crack the window for the air because he's out there now, you know. And I'm facing the apartments. The street's over here, his car's over here. And I'm facing the apartments, and on the balcony, a girl walked out to the balcony, and she looked down and see me like hiding, you know, from the top. She started like laughing, and she looked at the dude, and she looked at me, and she's like, I think she's putting two and two together.
Yeah.
But now that I think back, I think that she like, why is this guy being scared? I think the guy was yelling at her.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Now that I think back. But in my head, this was all happening because of me.
Yeah.
And then I see her walk downstairs, and I'm going, shh. Like, don't tell him I'm here. You know? And she just looking at me like crazy. And I'm like, oh, please. And she walk over, and I look out the mirror, and I can see them talking. And I'm like, please tell her to get him out of here, you know? Don't let her snitch on me. And they talk for like 5-10 minutes, bro, the longest. Bro, I'm sitting there like, I'm going to die of heat stroke first. And then he leaves. She started walking back over. She get next to the car. He's gone. I open up the door. I said, what did he say? She goes, I don't know what you did, but you must have pissed somebody off. Just like the lady said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I said,
The interdimensional warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
Egyptian.
she goes, I don't know what
Right.
you did, but you must have pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
And I go, well, what did he say? She goes, I ain't telling you shit. So I don't know what the fuck happened, you know. But, and she walked inside. So I mean, that was like, I don't know, what is that? What do y'all think that? And then I see Father Dan on the Sean Ryan show, and he talking about the devil, the demons use technology. Like, he talking about a story. I don't remember it exactly.
Both do. Good, yeah.
He was telling a
Supernatural
story
forces.
how the demon was going on someone's phone, fucking with him. I'm like, dang.
So you're thinking that's
I think it's deeper than that, though. I don't think it's necessarily that it's just like using the phone. I think it's like, if you're really gripped by this demonic entity, which obviously you were, obviously, you know, it was in you, as you said, I think that to an extent they can alter your entire view of reality. And I know
Right,
that the
yeah.
angels can do that too, as you have experienced and will soon share.
Yeah, man.
I think it's deeper than just using the phone, you know?
But it was like tied in with the dream. So I'm like,
Yeah.
someone could have just been hacking. I had to be like, who would have known about it? Pissed me off in the dream. Like, the way the dream was connected with the text, I was like, it's demonic. Now I say it was demonic.
Right.
At the time,
Right.
the time, I was like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand how that could
you
have
thought
happened.
somebody hacked your phone. And
I thought somebody was hacking my phone and fucking with me.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I was like, how could they have known about the dream like, to begin with? I would be so ready at the time.
Yeah.
How could they have known I would wake up and say some shit and be right around the corner?
Right.
Then I started thinking, damn, demons are fucking with my head. And that dude was just talking to his girl, and I made up this whole story in
Did
my
he have
head,
any
a
devil
dream.
tattoos or anything you noticed?
He was all tatted up.
Yeah, but you didn't really notice.
I was not
anything
trying to look
pic-
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that happened. So then, the gun story now? So then that happens, right? I go get the guy, get on with my life. A couple days later, maybe a week later, maybe a month later. Same thing happens, but now I'm with my boy Eric, the one that be boosting with me. He's sleeping in the car with me. He's doing good, so I let him sleep in the car too in the AC. And I wake up, we're both sleeping. I wake up from another dream, felt real. And in this dream, I find a gun buried in the bushes. I take the gun, I show Eric, look what I found in the bushes. And we go to the beach, we park, we go in the back, and we rob these people coming out the expensive-ass mall over there, Lincoln Road Mall, when they walk to the parking lot. I mean, I had this whole dream, and we got away with like $20,000 jewelry and shit, you know? And I wake up, and Eric, wake up. I wake him up. I said, yo, I just had a dream, but it was real. And because of the last dream I had with the girl, and it kind of turned real, and all the future memories, you know what I'm saying? And also, I didn't tell you, like, I had a couple of the dreams where I dreamed where I find jewelry, and I woke up and I found jewelry on the street, like, almost exactly. And I was like, damn, that was crazy. Another time I had a dream, found a lottery ticket, scratching the garbage can, go in the garbage can and pull out a lottery ticket, scratching and wins. Like, okay, something's, my dreams are not just dreams at this point. So I had that dream about the gun. And I wake Eric up. I said, yo, we got to go find this gun. He goes, what do you mean we're going to find a gun in the bushes? I said, you'll see. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I know it's real because I just experienced it in my dream, and this thing keeps happening to me. Oh, I'm like, where are these bushes? I'm trying to picture where these bushes at. We jump on a little exit for the highway, and right when we get on the highway, I see some bushes that look kind of similar, and I had to pull the car over on the highway. I said, Eric, get out. You start at the end of the bushes. I'm going to start at this end. I think somebody threw a gun out when they got on the highway, and we're going to find it. And we get out, we start looking through the bushes. We didn't find no gun. I said, all right, maybe it's the next set of bushes. Drive, go to the next set of bushes. We didn't find no gun. Eric looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. He's like, dude, stop pulling over the car. You're tweaking, bro. Let's go steal some shit. I'm like, no, you're stealing this $100, man. We're going to make a lot. Let's wait. Just keep looking. It's real. Anyway, we don't find it. And I give up on it for the time being. I said, all right, let's go to the store. Go to hit the CVS and park. We both go in so we can get double amount. And I'm taking longer to fill my card up because what we do is we fill the cards up, then we grab a bag, fill the bag, and walk out. I fill my card up. He filled the card up. He do the bag and walk. He give me the keys. I'm ready. I give him the keys. He walk out. I get the bag. I get my bag. When I walk out, he took my van and he stole it. He left me. Dang. And he ditched me. It's a street thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I fucked him over a couple times. He fucked me over a couple times. I left him stranded, so he got me back, basically. And so I'm like, damn. So I got to hike it all the way back downtown. I got to take bus, Metro Rail. By the time I get down there, I got to walk forever. By the time I get down there, it's already nighttime. I get the Metro Rail. I hit the spot right next to the Metro Rail because I'm on foot now, you know? So I got to buy my shit from this Metro Rail spot. Buy it from them. I go do my shit. It's nighttime. I know Eric is going to come by with my van at any moment to buy dope, so I'm going to see him. This wasn't the first time he did this to me. So I'm down there waiting for him. I said, I know he comes early in the morning, so I'll just go to sleep and catch him in the morning. I lay down in the bushes of the Metro Rail, Colmer Station. And as I'm laying in the bush, I face my face towards the bushes, my back to the people, you know? And I see a stick on the floor. I just pick up the stick and I start scratching the dirt with it. For no reason. Just, there's a stick. I start digging. Like the stick gets about 2 inches down and I feel it hit something. Oh shit. I start digging up. I see metal. I start digging up. I pull. I see a black handle. I pull. It's a machete. I'm like, oh, I start thinking I was going to be the gun, you know? It's a fucking machete. And I'm like, damn. Oh, my memory almost came true. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there with a machete. Like, who the fuck would put a machete in the bushes, bury it 2 inches? And then I think, why would they do that? I take the machete and I stick it in the ground all the way. It gets about halfway in and I hear dink. Nah, dink, dink, dink. But I start digging out the mud. Foot deep in the ground, a fucking black Glock 19.
Wow.
Full of dirt, full of mud. Here it is. I found it.
What are the odds, dude?
Dude, the craziest part is like your van getting stolen, taking the metro and all that shit across town, and just like laying down in this bush. And you weren't even looking anymore.
The odds are insane. Like
A gun.
In the middle of
bushes.
Miami.
Yeah.
A gun in the bushes.
Yeah. Buried.
That's crazy.
So when I got it, I start, oh shit, it's on. I'm about to make 20 grand. You know?
Oh, because that was the other part of the
of the thing.
Yeah.
But I don't have the van. I'm thinking like, I don't have nothing. I was like, bro, I could just trade this gun for a couple $100 in drugs right now. So I took it to the spot and I just traded it. I'll catch up to the story later, but I ended up getting arrested later in jail. And when I'm watching the news in jail, I see the people that I robbed in my dream on the news.
Wow.
They got robbed at the beach by somebody who got away, but it wasn't me.
Guarantee it was that gun, wasn't it?
It was those people. It was those two people. And I'm like, yo, that's another thing. I'm like, what am I living in? What is this reality, bro? What the fuck is this? But back to where we was at, the car.
Radio.
Okay. So that's that story. So then I saw the gun, whatever. I ended up seeing Eric get the van back with him. I get the van. I'm in the van another day. Or maybe this might even happen before that. Right before that, one or the other. But I'm in the van driving at night. This one's good. This one's good. I'm in the van driving by myself at night. All good. I'm up to no good. I ain't doing it. I was already past the point where I know I was stealing and I wasn't washing cars, but I'm driving the van at night just through Miami, around downtown, listening to the radio. And all of a sudden, the songs that are playing are like sounding different, bro. I'm like, are these the words to the song? I know these songs, but these words are like one word off, right? And the song come on, Straightening by Migos. Do you know the song?
I don't know it.
Right? I had never heard this song before this night. And I'm driving and it starts with a eerie beat. It's like do 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 do.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's like, you know, and I'm just like, and then it goes, don't you go, and then the beat kicks in and it goes, says something and it's like, it does like some weird like little record spin backwards, like, and then the beat kicks in, right?
Yeah.
And when that thing goes, I feel everything around me go, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And all of a sudden, the song, straighten him. We're going to straighten that boy out. We're going to straighten that boy out. We're going to straighten him out. And I'm like, it's talking to me. This is talking to me. Remember the dude in rehab with the angel?
The angel was talking through his car.
Yep.
I was like, oh, shit. It's talking to me. I start listening to the words, and it's scary. I'm not getting a good vibe from these words. It's saying shit like, oh, man, if we put a song on, you'll hear it. But he says shit like, we turned the whole pandemic into the pandemic. That's the shit that we on. And I'm like, who the fuck, you know? Then he says, there go a rock and he's taking it. He said, there goes a rocket with taking it. But I hear, there goes a rock and he's taking it. I'm thinking crack rock and he's taking the rock. I just stole some rocks like right before. I'm like, there goes a rock and he's taking it. Then the next line is like, swap out the cat, put a demon in it. He's talking about the car,
right,
the
yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
My nickname before I went homeless from one of my best friends in my neighborhood was Cat. He goes, swap out the cat, put a demon in it. That's the next line. I'm like, oh no. The next line, upgrade the bando, put fiends in it. I'm in a van. I'm in an upgraded bando. I'm the fiend. You know what I'm saying? I upgrade the bando, put fiends in it. I'm thinking God's saying, I upgrade the bando, put fiends in it. I'm like, I'm in the van.
Yeah.
And he's like, another thing I had seen one night when I first got out there. I'm walking down the street on one of the back blocks over on Biscayne, like 50-something. Over like by Liberty City kind of. And I want to unblock off the main street because I don't want to be seeing cars driving down the main street at 2 a.m. You can get fucked with out there. So I'm walking off the back block. And I see a car 1 block off the back block. 1 block ahead of me, there's a car with the headlights facing me. It's a Dodge Charger, like a Charger facing me. 2 a.m. No one's just sitting there quiet. I'm 1 block back. As I keep walking, I'm getting closer. Like, what the fuck he just doing there, you know? Sitting in front of a house on the street. As I get closer, I'm thinking, I'm going to make a right or a left. I'm not going to keep walking by this car with it tinted up, lights on at this time in this neighborhood, looking like me. I'm going to turn left or right. And as I start getting closer to the end of the street, right before I can make a left or right, where his block start, a car comes drifting around the corner and stops right next to his car, like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like Ace Ventura, like a glove. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stops right next to the car. And I'm like, damn, these young boys are crazy, bro. That thing did a super slide right next to him. And then I see this young black boy jump out with a mask on and sit on the door. And he got It looked like a paintball gun. I'm like, oh, these kids are fucking driving around paintballing each other at this time? And he's just pointing it at the window. And I'm like, what is his friend sleeping? He's about to wake him up or something? You know, I'm walking. And all of a sudden I hear, bah, 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 bah. Oh, 12, 13 shots, bro. This kid is just sitting on the window firing into this car, bro. And I'm going, oh. Bro, every shot, bro, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? Boom, 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 boom. It's one of them little mini AKs. I thought it was a paintball gun, bro. Damn. Boom, boom. All of a sudden, the car take off. The kid never sat inside. He stayed out there on the window looking back. This kid. The car that got shot up starts drifting too sideways. I guess he shot through the engine. I don't know what he shot the guy. I don't know, but the car just started driving sideways down the street. I said, fuck. I don't know if the dude's dead, just foot on the pedal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
don't know, but that was just one night. That's another one night. So, where was I at? Oh, shit. Yeah. So they straightened him. Then he said, we're going to swap out the cat, put a demon in it, upgrade the band, put fiends in it. I got them shooters you seen, run the shit back and you seen tinted. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking about the shooter that I just seen a dude do that. I'm thinking, this is talking to me. Then the next verse comes on. I'm driving around, and he's like, the next verse, every sentence out of context, I can put it to my life in a bad way. Next thing he's shout out to them white boy little radical. And I'm driving by, and people are out their window going, what up, white boy? And I'm like the world's involved in this now too. It's not just my radio, right? Bro. It's crazy. I'm going crazy. And the next verse comes on. Straighten him. We're going to straighten him out. We're going to straighten him. Then the last verse comes on. And it's the worst one. And at the end of the verse, throughout the whole verse, he's just talking. I just feel like it's the devil telling me about to kill me. At the end of the verse, he says a line. I don't know what he really said. What I hear when I hear it is I hear him say, we're going to teach him a lesson for never confessing. In the song, he says that. We'll teach him a lesson. I think in the actual song, he says, I taught him a lesson and I'm never confessing. But I didn't hear that night.
Yeah.
That night, I heard him say, we're going to teach him a lesson for never confessing. What the fuck, bro? And that song played. Then the song played again. Then another song came on. It was like, Future, Mask Off, Face Off, Molly Percocet. I'm like, talking to me again, mask off. I'm masked off. And then he said, driving down Biscayne. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to block off Biscayne. And he said, we're going to make him go insane. I'm like, oh, God, everything in the song is talking to me and it's driving me crazy. And so I changed the radio. I changed the radio station, right? I play like 3 or 4 songs in a row. I'm not going to go through all the songs, but there's a bunch of them I could tell you. Thief in the Night, like a thief in the night. Oh, God. Real Discreet, like a thief in the night. That song come on, like,
this sounds like horror.
Every song, and they all got this same like eerie beats that like all these songs. And I changed the channel. It's a commercial, bro. I'm at a light, the commercial light. You tired of feeling like you're just stuck in one place? I'm stuck in the red light, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, light turns green. It's like, you just got to go. The light turned green. You just got to go. I'm like, nah, bro. And hey, bro, I'm telling you, every commercial, every fucking thing, I put on another station, 99 Jams. I hear him going, the second I put on the station, he's going, oh, Miami, we lit tonight. Can you believe this craziness that's going on out here? The whole city is in on it right now. We're all in on it. And I'm like, oh, they're like, follow us live on Twitter. This shit is live right now. People are following me with their phones. I'm thinking they're putting me on Twitter live on 99 Jam. I'm surprised by people that all got their phones pointed at me. I'm like, the whole city's in on this shit. So then the next song comes on. Is I'ma leave the door open.
Bruno, yeah.
Right? That's a text message I sent a prostitute that my girl caught me sending the text. Right?
That's
word
crazy,
for word.
dude.
I'm gonna leave the door open, right? So I'm like, that hits me like boom. Then the next song, I forget the dude's name, but he do a song. He go, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. Hey, what's the dude's name? He got a song, I don't like My bitch down like nobody. That's another text I sent the girl, right? Another song. These are songs that are just coming out. These are new songs. And every single one of them is a text message that I sent my ex-girlfriend. So I'm like, trying to make sense out of this here. I'm trying to make sense out of this. And all I can think is because this girl was very beautiful and she started working at a strip club, being a waitress at a strip club. I'm thinking she must have met somebody in the music business. And there must be a ghostwriter for all these people, and she told them everything about me, and they're just and that's her man, and they're just making these songs and laughing at me, and they're rich, just living it up, and I'm on the street, and she's just getting back at me. That's literally what I thought was happening, right? This is what I think is happening. Then the next song comes on. This is a live DJ mix on 99 Jams. We're live in the club, right? And then it's Trina, and the song, I don't know the song. I never heard it since then. Never heard it before that. I don't even know if it's a real song, but it was on the radio, and it's Trina, and she's like, she's like, I know we fucked up. It's like Trina and the beat's going on. She's like, I know we had a problem. I miss you. I know you was fucked up, and I know I was fucked up, but you know how it is. You know I love you. And that's how the song starts, right? And I'm thinking, this her, my girl, saying that. This is the kind of thing she would be saying to me right now at this point after the whole night went through. This is like the cap off of the night. Like, Trina, I'm just playing with you. I just been messing with you. She said, and then Trina goes, look, I want to get back with you. And I go, I knew you did. I'm thinking it's the girl talking to me, right? So I knew you did. She goes, look, why don't you come up here? Look up here. I'm up here right now. Look up here. I'm on the roof. She's like, on the VIP. I'm in the VIP on the roof of the club. This is song. This is like what's taking place in the song, right? But I'm like, I go up. I'm pulled over at this point in front of a condo in Overtown, a brand new condo. They gentrifying. They build new condo next to the projects. I'm pulled over right in front of the new condo. When Trina says, "Look up," I'm up here. I'm waving. I look up, dude. There's a girl on the balcony, top floor, looking down, waving.
Wow.
And it looks just like my ex-girlfriend. And I said, damn, that's her. This all, I don't know how she did this, but this is fucking awesome, right? I start waving back, and then Trina goes, boom, just playing with you, I got you, ha ha ha. And it's like the song starts off, and it's like a fucking boy song, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? And people passing by on the bikes laughing and pointing with the phones, and I'm like, the whole city. And then the DJ come on like, damn, can you believe that just happened? Can you believe that? Everybody going crazy. I'm like, oh no, what is going on? Right? I'm so fucked up in the head. The DJ does the same songs over, like the whole 5 songs he just played in a row. He plays them again. I fall for it again. Trina comes back on. She starts saying, oh, it's me. I'm just playing. I said, are you sure? Are you just playing with me this time? Nah, for real. Look up here and wave. I look up, bitch, I'm there waving. I wave back. Got you. Wow, again, bro. What? I fell for the same thing twice. So I started thinking, like, this is... Okay, they don't even end there. I turn the radio off. I leave the condo with the girl waving. I go across the street to a dead end. I put the car in park. I get out on the van. I lay on the roof. I look up... what the fuck is going on, right? Out to the sky. My van starts rolling down the ditch at the dead end. I had it in park. It's the side into the bushes. I'm just like, of course. Of course, right? And all of a sudden a cop lights turn on the dead end street that I'm on. I'm like, of course. I can't even just sit here, right? Cop come down. I think he's in on it. I think he's part of this whole thing, you know, the radio, the DJ, everything. He's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, of course. Oh, am I all right? What else? What else you gonna ask? Like I'm acting like if he don't know, I know. I'm not supposed to know. I'm trying to act like I already know what you're doing.
Right, yeah.
And he's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, you sure you ain't got a problem? And then I started thinking like, maybe he don't know what's going on. Then I got scared and I was like, I'll move my car, I'll get out of here. I moved the car and he let me leave. I go down the street. Migos song comes on again, straightening. It's like the songs kept playing over and over, the same like set of songs, right? Straightening, playing again. It's fucking with my head again. It's fucking with my head. I'm picking out the words, and it's just like, yeah, this is definitely meant for me.
I just looked that song up a few minutes ago, and it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's dark, like evil lyrics.
Yeah.
Really demonic.
And I pull over the car. I get out. I'm like this, literally, up against the fence, right in the projects, right across the street from the food store. I'm posted up against the fence. This man comes walking up to me who looks exactly like, what's his name from Migos? Quavo. Dude looked like Quavo. And the Migos song is fucking with my head. And I'm like, Quavo? As he's walking up to me, and he walks up to me and just goes, boom, boom, knocks me onto the ground, decks me. I fall down. I go to get up. He pushes me and takes off running. Migos. The Migos, bro. I said, damn, something's fucking with my head tonight, right? I mean, already, I don't know if I'm going schizophrenic, but there's other people, cities involved. Like, I think my girlfriend, I don't know what's going on. I go to the store, I leave, I go to 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee, a Cottonmouth, and I'm standing in line, and this guy comes to get in the line and stand behind me, and I think he's gonna punch me in the face. You know, I don't know. So I grab my fucking knife I had behind, and I'm standing, I go, get the fuck away from me. I look, the 7-Eleven lady's like, what the fuck? The guy's like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, I'm pulling a knife out on somebody in 7-Eleven for no reason.
Yeah. Something's
fucking with my head, and something wants me to do something bad, like, you know? I gotta get out of here. I leave there. I leave quick. Go to a gas station on the other side of the hood, the only gas station in Overtown. Pull the car over. I'm listening to the radio. It's still fucking with my head, but now it's like a new DJ, and he's saying like, guy said my name. He said, Paul, call in now if you can get through. We're sending you to the Bahamas. I'm thinking, oh shit, all this is like a game show I'm on or something, you know, like a sick game show. I start trying to call, it's busy. I'm sitting there thinking I'm trying to win my shit to the Bahamas. I already went through the whole night. So I'm like, people need to start letting me call. Everybody's blocking me on purpose. Everybody hates me and they're fucking with me. So I'm sitting at the gas station. I can't get through. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? My girl, the people, all the words of ghost riding. The car pulls up, and I see my two best friends from high school in it, Orlando and Terrence. And they get out, and they're both rappers. And I'm like, oh, must be them. With her, because they're friends with her too, you know? Said it must be something like that. They must have gone on and been rappers, because they was doing pretty good, you know? When we parted ways or whatever. I get out and I start walking up to him, like, and the closer I get to him, it's the doppelgangers, bro. It's people that look exactly like them until I get close, and it's not quite them. And I started walking up to my two best friends, and it wasn't them.
It was like you and Kilo.
The next car pulls up. I think it's my son and his girlfriend get out. They got their backs to me at the gas station. I start walking up to them, like, yo, are they? Kid turned around and looked just like him, but it ain't him. Fuck, bro, this shit's fucking with my head still. It's all in one night. I leave Overtown and I drive all the way to like 30, 45 minutes. I guess you guys don't know Miami. I drive back towards Kendall. I park 87th and Bird in the parking lot. I just close my eyes, try to sleep, turn the radio off. Maybe I doze off lightly, open my eyes, and it's like 7, 8 in the morning. I was like, all right, it's a new day. That shit that happened last night can't keep being, that can't be my normal life. That just, maybe I had a snap or something, you know, a schizophrenic snap or something. So I turned the radio on, and it's the local radio show from Miami, Paul Castronovo. Like, you guys know Miami? Mm-mm. Guy been on the radio for 30 years. I always listen to him. So I feel comfortable hearing his voice, you know? I'm listening to him. All of a sudden, it's not talking about anything but me still. He starts saying, and we could pull up the episode, but whatever. He started talking, this is around the time where the Olympics was going on in Beijing, I think, or somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
This was going on during that time.
Wasn't that 2020? Right? 2020?
So.
Beijing Olympics? And you said it was around 2020, right?
Yeah,
that checks out.
It must have been 2020.
Yeah.
Because he was saying, this is what I hear. I turn the radio on and I hear Can you believe that? He don't stop. He just keeps going and going and going and going. When is he going to stop? He don't ever sleep. He don't ever break. He don't even have a place to put his head down. He sleep on the sidewalk. He don't even have a pillow. They just sleep outside on the sidewalk. Like, can you stop and eat a pizza once in a while? I'm like, he's just like rambling and like talking to me. Can you just stop and eat a pizza once in a while? I mean, for God's sakes, how long can you go for? You just keep going and going. And I'm like, holy shit, this is the next day. Sun's up. This is Paul Caccianovo. And bro, this thing goes on for like 5 minutes. And everything is talking about basically just racing and running around. And then I see he's talking about the track runners at the Olympics weren't getting good housing, so they were sleeping outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the whole time he was talking about that, but like the way he was wording it, he was talking about me still, you know? Keep going and going and going. I turn the radio off. Oh, fuck. And then that kind of like, I call that one of my Truman Show moments.
What up, homies?
If you like the show and want more, check out patreon.com/Bledsoe said so.
This will get you exclusive weekly bonus shows and access to our Discord community with hundreds of open-minded people just like you.
If you want to represent the show, go to bledsoesaidso.com for merch. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and more.
For all future updates, follow us on Instagram at Bledsoe Said So.
Same time next week.